I'm gonna use this new nifty little robot. An 8.
Let's get that recap.
Yeah.
Aaron, I'm ready.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Give me.
Yes, Brock got a nat 20. I got a 16. Spencer got a 15.
Nice.
I got a 15, and I'm gonna get started.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I cannot wait to use the Mike Tyson voice. I don't know why I haven't done it, but it's literally. I don't know why. I don't know why he doesn't. I don't know why Drake doesn't just sound like that.
Well, he does now.
He does. The name's Drake. It's gonna be fantastic. Tell me about the skull, and don't be lying, or I'll eat your fucking heart. That was so funny, Chris, when you were like, I need Drake quotes.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Like, I'll fucking tell you love me, bitch. I'll eat your fucking children.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be so fun to use them with that group
Oh shit. Let me sign
because
it.
they're gonna have them. It's a very very different, super nerdy group, but I don't think any of them are ready for Drake Shakur.
Yeah. Do him justice, even in death. All right, let's hear the shit.
Do this.
All right, so last time on D&D, we were in the mushroom forest with our 2 dwarf friends, and we spent some time with Sprock translating mushroom speak to get us some direction to, what was it, Minerva? Mizra. And then on our way there, we found some plane shifting cats and some thug life mushrooms that were very strong. We fought them and we lost Wilbur. And I took his coin. I have his coin, I guess. Look at that. But in the fight, we earned the Mushroom Trust, the Mushroom Beast Trust, and now they're taking us to their village. Pretty sure that's what's happening.
They said come with us, but as they traveled, as you are slowly learning that the way to travel through the Underdark, because it's so dangerous, the inhabitants there have figured intricate ways to teleport. Teleportation in this realm or area, in the Underdark, Lower Dark, Middle Dark, and Upper Dark, teleportation is used as a safe means of travel. So they have figured out through the mushroom network underneath the ground, called whatever it is in the real world. I think it's like the
Mycelium.
Oh,
Network.
right. Yeah, they can communicate like the mushrooms from Last of Us, right? Like
Yes.
the Last of Us.
Yeah, so all mushrooms sort of know. Well, you'll figure out more about mushrooms this session.
Okay.
They said follow us, and they sort of went down into the ground through sort of a mushroom teleportation network that you guys would have seen activated as their bodies sort of went down and you could make out their beings sort of being sucked into the ground, and the energy of that would have been pushed towards, the larger mushrooms further yonder. Those cats are still present in front of you. Those weird cats called whatever they were. There. The gnolls you fought are dead. You guys ran into some gnolls who were fighting the weird interdimensional cat-like creatures, and you sort of scared them off as they're not really, going to be sticking around. They don't really have any brains. So once they thought that they were once they saw one of them, their beings die next to them, they jumped into a interdimensional plane, but they left behind a solid, immovable version of themselves, like a skin layer of themselves. Wilbur is dead. His, this is a weird mushroom forest, and the dead sort of disintegrate almost into gross mushroom-like. The ground will open up around them and sort of absorb their body. But as I said before, when a person dies in the underground, and this goes back to Moses' statue, sort of like an ode to that statue, white mushrooms appear around the dead body and grow where the dead have died. That's trying to make one. I'll just copy this guy and put it here. So this red mushroom in this area will just represent, I don't know, four or five different white mushrooms. Cheers to Wilbur. And you guys can do whatever you want to do. I'll play Matt's character as a yes man, because he's our yes woman. He'll do whatever you guys want to do. And Aaron and Sprock, you guys have died. I mean, you guys have just watched one of your guys die. I don't think you care about him that much because it didn't look like you could.
And Sprock ate his brain.
Yeah, Sprock ate his brain.
It did eat his brain. That way I can
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to remember some stuff. So you remembered that he's a young kobold that grew up in a village, that he had studied at a temple, or that sort of looks like a cult, that you just see images of. Well, why don't you roll for this to see how detailed? Give me a D20 and give me a history.
You can tell that he was telling the truth about everything he said.
Yeah.
It's only an 8.
That's okay. So you see visions of him as a young child, or a young kobold, rather, a young lizard, studying books and images of these skulls, different colored. You do see one image, and this is important, of a multi-colored skull. You see symbols that you recognize the symbols, and the colors of the symbols. You'd have to meditate on that at a different point in time to try to figure out if you can understand the full story. But you're able to connect some dots between Doomhand's lair in the Artemisian forest way back when, that you saw with all the paintings and the gods and the symbols for the skulls, and you're trying to get an idea that they're all somehow interconnected. And you do see an image of a bunch of skulls being sort of put together in some fashion. And you have these this dark looking temple in Chris, where was that? Where was your guy from? A swamp area? What was his?
Yeah, I was gonna say he was from that southern swamp area.
So
I
you see,
need to pull up the map and I can find it.
oh, Everglade. The one?
Yeah, near the Everglade,
Okay.
right on the
so
coast, the northern
there's a-
coast.
There was just a map. You guys have it on the map. There's a place called Everglade that I put on the map. You know that in those images he's from Everglade, and that's where that temple may or may still be, and that's what you get. So you know that there's like a temple that studies these things, that sort of worship them, and that's in the Everglade area. You don't even know what that is, though.
Okay.
All right. All right. You guys are in this forest. Your friend just died. Matt's character's like, thank God that guy's dead. He was hitting on me nonstop.
Wait,
And
brought to a town, right?
huh?
Aaron said something about being brought to a town. No.
The mushroom people said follow this way. They sort of zipped into their network and teleported. You get a general idea of what direction it was. They sort of pointed, follow us this way, into the forest, and they sort of pushed, in the other
Right.
direction.
You don't know who this thing is.
No. But you can give me a perception check, and I'll let you describe it to you.
Can I do a perception check to see if I noticed any of this tall grass moving unnaturally?
Sure. Why don't everyone give me a perception check?
27.
Damn.
21.
Chris, you can give me a perception check too.
16.
All right, Chris,
Chris is dead.
you're,
I don't know what you're talking about.
what's your guy's name?
Seth.
Seth. All right, so Aranis and Jake or Sprock, you guys look around. You see the white mushrooms. They're
Wait,
getting
this
off.
new guy is Seth?
No,
Who's-
that'll be Seth in a second. That's Chris's new character.
Oh.
You guys look around and you see a little movement. You hear a little movement. You hear Chris. What instrument does your guy have? Like a guitar noise, maybe. I don't know. You hear
He'd be
playing
playing a pan flute right now.
you hear you don't see anything, but you hear like a noise from coming from definitely some sort of whistle or instrument.
If you want, I can play some.
You do see yeah, why don't you do that? Set us in the
Okay. Hold on.
like is it playing?
Can you hear it?
I
No.
can't hear anything.
No, I think my headphone is
What does it
tuning
sound
out
like?
it.
What does it sound like?
Hold on. Let me do it this way. Built-in microphone. Here, let me try this. Can you hear it now?
Nope.
Nope.
I can-
Oh well.
What was it? TBD.
Just think of like Zelda forest music.
The Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you hear this like weird music coming. And you look around. You see that the forest is getting denser and denser. And that is sort of the area where the mushroom golem, and I believe his name was I didn't even write the mushroom guys. They went off in that direction. You guys see this weird character coming over to you. In the background, you just see endless mushroom. You know, you're gonna have to get the feeling that you're gonna have to trek through this mushroom forest to get to where you want to go. Sort of wish you had a way of teleporting, but the white mushroom in front of you is glowing in a unnatural state.
How big is it?
It's just like little mushrooms that are growing on the body. I don't have a thing for that, so this mushroom here that's closest to Matt's character is that.
Okay. So how close is the unnatural movement in the grass? Like, can I get to where those mushrooms are without
Yeah, you're right there. Wilbur died, and the white mushrooms always in the Underdark, they always grow where the dead people are. So you can touch them, you can get to them. They're right in front of you.
Okay. Well, I know Matt's gonna want these because he's been collecting them. So I'm gonna use my mage hand to scoop them up and kind of just like open an empty vial and put them in there.
Okay.
So let me just add a vial of mushroom.
You know what? Give me a sleight of hand, or yeah, give me a sleight of hand to see how you handle. You know what? Give me hold on. Give me some sort of handling.
Sleight of hand, why not? What do you need me to do?
Really, you're not really like sleeping it. It might be. It's not animal handling. Yeah, all right. Sleight of hand is fine.
Could be, I guess, performance. I don't know. 16.
Okay, you are able to do what you said. You use your
My
hand,
cantrip, and then
and you put it in. You guys are still. Are you able to use magic now? No.
I don't think so. Oh shit, you're right. That's right.
Yeah, so you can't use. Yeah.
So yeah, I did it with my hand. I'm sorry. My bad.
All right. So as you touch this mushroom, one of the mushrooms, it disintegrates into a powder, and it gets absorbed into your skin, and you feel your magic come back.
Oh shit. I'm gonna say to
now you can do what you said.
Word. Well, yeah, so then I'm gonna I feel something tingle and I feel connected to my magic again. So I use Mage Hand to scoop up the shrooms and put them into the empty vial so I can keep these. How many do I get?
You get there are 3 left.
3 left. All right, so I'll scoop 3. I'll scoop all 3.
And just like that, you guys hear the music getting closer and closer to you. Or, Chris, what are you doing? Chris, you were playing music with the 16. You see them.
If I see them, I will stop playing music and cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to slowly try and creep up invisible and listen in on their conversation.
All right. So Aaron Sprock in particular, since you had such a high perception, you heard music, you didn't see a character, you heard music stop, you had a feeling like you are being watched. Matt's character got a 9 on his perception check. So he's sort of trying to get you guys to
I got a
Well-
23 on my stealth check.
trying to go towards, he says, well, why don't we walk into the forest here?
Yeah, you go first.
See if we can get in there. Get to the mushroom area. So he's going to go over here. He does have he's a hunter, so, but his passive perception, what'd you get, Chris, on your thing?
Stealth was 23.
Yeah, all right, so that's.
I rolled a
better than-
19 plus 4.
As long as you're higher than his passive perceptions, you're fine. So he's gonna start walking over and saying, come on, Aranis, come on, Sprock, let's go this way. Sprock, you're gonna have advantage on your perception checks for the next couple plays if you want. But that's entirely up to you, because you do feel as if you're being watched. But then again, Seth, I guess, whatever his name is invisible, so you're not able to entirely locate him. And Aaron, you feel magical,
Super magic.
like a motherfucker.
That's what cocaine will do to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Feel energized.
yeah, I'm gonna look back at the grass again and see if I can kind of tell what that if anything is moving unnaturally.
Chris, you see
Yep.
Aaron stop. You see Aaron stop and look at you.
Okay.
You guys will have a roll off to see if
Okay.
you are.
Who's first? I'm gonna use the box for this.
Oh shit!
I'm cautiously stepping back on the grass a little bit. Standing by.
What'd you get, Aaron?
12. Or do I have any bonuses? What am I rolling?
Oh, you don't have a bonus.
Okay, 12.
But you are feeling magical though. Like you just like energized. Like you can't stop talking.
Who's that in
Chris,
the grass? Who's that in the grass?
I rolled another 23 for stealth.
was that a bonus? Yeah, right.
Well,
Oh,
for
sure,
mine,
you
I have
have
advantage on it because I'm invisible, but I rolled a 19 plus 4.
Nice. Yeah, so they don't see you. Aaron doesn't see you.
Okay.
Aaron just doesn't see you. And Brock.
So then I'll take away the vial and I'll start heading in the direction that
What's his name?
the guy that they gestured to, keeping my sword ready and kind of just like peering and knowing that I'm still kind of like trying to look for the cats. That's what I'm trying to like stay aware of.
Yeah, no, the cats are frozen. The cats are frozen next to you guys. They haven't moved yet. And then
Seth would follow them about like 20, 30 feet behind them, but still trying to keep pace following them invisible.
nice. Okay, so you guys are gonna travel in the direction of wherever you think you're supposed to go. Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's that.
So we will roll for a encounter of a kind.
Okay.
And let's see so you guys are traveling. I'm gonna say that you'll be traveling for 4 hours. How many hours it was 2 days, right? Yeah. All right. So 4 hours, you're almost done with the non-magic thing, except for Aranis, who has that.
After an hour, my invisibility drops, and I'll just slink back another 20 feet, following them, trying to keep low.
When his invisibility drops, do we get a perception check?
Yes, but let's do the encounter first because that might just.
Because he's not that far behind us. 20 feet is a good distance, but that's not that far.
Well, as it gets close to the hour, I'll scoot back to about 30 to 40, give him a little bit more distance and let it drop and then keep following them.
Jake, give me a roll for the encounter because you're. Well, actually, No, it would have been the ranger is bleeding. So I got it. I got an 18 on the encounter. So you guys are sneaking up, going through this weird forest. You see a bunch of mushroom plants. There's like these weird other fungi plants. There's a couple plants that look like they have something in them that they're digesting. These weird
Traps.
yeah, like the fly traps, but all sorts of weird, and that they're moving in different ways, slowly though, some a little bit faster. There's plants growing on plants. There's fungus growing on fungus. It's just a weird, gross, and stinks. It smells like mildew, and it's getting stronger and stronger as the forest gets denser and denser. But with an 18 that I rolled for Matt's character, there's no significant encounter that you guys come across. But Chris's character, as you guys are walking, it's a couple 4 hours that you've walked. I don't know how long that would have been. Maybe towards the distance of, I don't know, the end of the island here, I guess. A couple miles or whatever. Chris's invisibility goes out, and now you'll have to do a deception check.
Or just a regular stealth roll without advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take deception and significantly higher.
Since Sprock was the one who feels as if you are not that you're not alone, you'll be going against Sprock.
Yeah, I got a 12.
I have
Sprock,
a feeling
I think you auto beat that.
Sprock's passive perception is 22. So
yeah, he beats that.
So Sprock, you stop. You see, who do you see? Describe your character, Chris.
Well, you would see. Let me pull it up. So you would probably see first, more than anything, would be two little antlers. Two little antlers popping up from a big poof of hair with some flowers, and like a little crown around the head. And then as the pull it up a little bit more. Where'd it go? Where's my picture? Had him here.
Here he is.
There he goes. Okay. Yep. So as his head pops up a little bit more and the leaves sort of brush out of the way, you see an eye patch over his left eye and this big bushy handlebar mustache above the upper lip. Guy looks like he's very well put together and presented. And unless you do anything, he probably wouldn't really notice. It looks like he has a walking stick in his hands.
That's hilarious. This is what he looks like.
Oh, let me take that tint off.
Take a tint off? Yeah. Yeah, I got it. There you go.
Oh. The eye patch. I love it.
Nice. Okay. So, all right. So, Jake, you see this guy. Or Sprock, rather. Fuck. Are you going to say hello? Or are you going to just
ignore you play?
Ignore him?
I'm gonna ask him if he plays a flute. It looks like he plays a flute. I'm gonna turn around at hearing Sprock speak.
When he says that, I'm gonna yell out, "Are you friend or are you foe?"
I'm so bad.
I'm gonna turn to Aaron and say, I'm gonna let you answer that one.
And I do play a flute.
I'm gonna step forward. I'm like, you look awfully familiar. And I'm gonna draw my sword. I'm gonna say, I'm your foe if you're a friend of oh my god, what was his fucking name?
Wilbur?
No, the fucking fawn.
Oh, the fawn?
Not
On.
oh my god, what was his name? From
Oh,
from the
Jackson?
woods.
Jackson?
Was that
The guy from the water?
no,
turtle?
no, from the forest. From the forest. Oh my god.
Report?
He played the pan flute. What was this fuck? Oh my god. Hold on a second.
Interesting. Well, that guy's name was. Give me a history check. Give me a history check.
All right, all right.
A guy can't have antlers and play a
11.
flute without being accused of something.
Yeah, this guy,
11.
fuck him.
But I have
This guy's antlers and plays a flute.
what's it called? I have this thing. Oh, researcher. My feat is one of my feats is researcher. When you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you do not know that information, you often know where and from whom you can attain it. Usually this information comes from a library, scriptorium, university, or sage or legend, blah, blah, blah. The DM rule that the knowledge you seek is secreted away in an almost inaccessible place, or blah, blah, blah. I can't remember because I have a terrible memory.
Can eat your brain and then Sprock can remember.
Yeah. What was that thing again?
What was his fucking name?
You know where you can get the information?
The feat
Yeah.
is researcher. Yeah, I mean, what was his name? What was
Aaron.
it was Fawn, right? Wasn't that his name?
Correct.
I am right? That was right? That was his
Yeah,
name.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm like, I couldn't be that.
No, you're
wrong.
good, dude. You're good.
You
got
said it
all.
right off the bat.
So yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna grip my sword and take it out, and I'm gonna be like, we're foes if you're a friend of Fawn. If you're a friend of Fawn.
What has my brother ever done to you? And I'll pull out a little concertina and
And
start billowing it up a little bit.
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna
Wow.
I'm gonna put
Wow.
healing blade.
Who's this guy's name? Ignis is gonna pull. He's gonna pull his arrow out, and he's gonna say, "Whoa! Let's just hear what the man has to say before we." I got him right in the eye. What is this guy?
I'm gonna smack his arm down, and I'm gonna be like, "You don't know what Fawn did to us in the forest."
When he does that and turns, I'm going to. You start to hear the Macarena start coming out of the concertina that I'm playing, and all of a sudden, Aranis, your body just starts moving along with. Actually, no, not the Macarena, the cha-cha slide. So hearing the cha-cha slide, and you start like doing the little bit of the slide and the wiggles, and you don't know why your legs or your body are doing that little dance movement.
I'm just fucking Christ.
Ignis is gonna.
Don't you see what he's doing?
Ignis is gonna take 2 steps forward, and he's gonna say, "Explain yourself. I've been traveling with these two for quite some time. They're very trustworthy. I have no problem putting a bullet or putting a arrow in you. But right now, this force is, as we just lost a partner. This force is as deadly as I've ever seen one. We could use assistance. We could maybe settle this dispute later if you could prove, or just at least tell us a fact about yourself that might cause us to give us some ease."
I'm gonna yell at Ignis. He's working for Doomhand. And I'm gonna be
Seth, will be like, who the fuck is Doomhand? You want to know a little fact about me?
I do.
Um,
Oh no, and Ignis sort of like shuffles up, I do.
well,
Plays with her hair a little bit.
let me tell you a little story about a little Slater named Seth. He grew up in a small little town in Artemisia. He met a beautiful woman named Gabriella, and they had beautiful romance, storybook romance. And then all of a sudden, this jackass half orc came in and stole her half from under me. I caught a scent of another bird and been floating ever since. And now I meet you guys and I try and say hello, and you know my brother and want to kill me because you know my brother. What has he ever done to you guys?
He tried to kill us.
That doesn't sound like Fawn. He's such a sweetheart.
Ignis
He barely knows half the music I know. What can he do?
So
Ignis is going to try to get Fawn's attention without getting Seth's attention, and he's gonna be like with his eyes, just trying to convey that shouldn't talk about. Yeah, I don't know if Ignis knows that what happened, so that's tough.
Ignis doesn't know. Yeah, Ignis wasn't there.
No, so never mind. Ignis is just sitting like this. Well, that's interesting.
Last time I saw Fawn, he was a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed little cub of nothing. How could he hurt anyone? He just loved to run and play in the forest with the centaurs.
So at this point, I'll regale in our tale of Artemisia, and I'll tell him I'll tell him about.
I'll let you stop doing the cha-cha slide when you start telling me this.
And so then that I tell that story. I stop dancing.
I'm like, well, it sounds like this Doomhand person you're chasing must have done something to him, because that's not the Fawn I know. That's not my little brother.
Now, if you remember, Aaron, Fawn, you guys were fighting Fawn, Doomhand, and the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Fawn had died and became a zombie.
Yeah, I remember that.
Whether or not did he burn up or did he die? I forgot how he died. Did he die? He definitely died.
Fawn died. I'm pretty sure we got him.
Fawn died when
he died.
He kept getting away.
It's like a sacrificial attack. All great bad guys are in the end sort of cowardice. And as you guys were fighting Fawn, Doomhand made his sacrificing him a little bit. So Chris, you know sort of that, you know exactly what you guys are playing it correctly. Chris, I'm gonna give you a cool point, a little inspiration for the Fawn-esque quality there. I was worried that you guys were gonna kill each other, but it turns out Fawn was being used by Doomhand. In fact, why don't we give everyone a cool point, except for Matt because he's late.
Wow.
After we start to make peace a little bit, Fawn will put his concertina away, pamphlet on the hip, slowly walk out with the hand off. How about we call us friends? At least for now. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm just looking for this girl named Chlamydia or something.
I'll smirk at that, but I'll warily shake his hand and I'm like, not quite friends, but not foes at least. And then I'm like, we're heading off this way. Follow if you want.
And with that,
Skulking around.
Ignis is going to roll a perception check of 11 plus. Wow, Ignis has a fucking 18. Jesus. And he's going to say, guys, as long as we are at peace here, welcome to the Brotherhood, I guess. Although, no, she's going to, because you're, what's your character? A bard? Bard?
Yeah, a bard.
Okay. So she's going to be like, hey. And but then she's going to be like, I was going to make you start.
Don't worry, darling, and start playing a little tune.
Yeah, she blushes a little bit.
Cast friends on
Blushes a little bit.
It's all right.
Hey.
Not the first girl to fumble your words at just a mere sight of me. He'll swap his eye patch to the other eye.
So
is this better?
Ignis rolls a 4, and there's going to be more rolls for the crush. But anyway, so she fails one roll for a crush. So she's closer to, you guys are closer to banging now. All right, so she's going to say, guys, I just don't want to break anything up here and spoil the news, but I see something off in the distance here. And with a perception check of 18 that Ignis had, she is leading you to what looks like to be a large well.
As we start to go, Seth, and he'll say, my real name is Stag. The stage name I go by when I perform is Seth Hartley. So call me Seth in public, but just wanted to let you know. My brother's name was Spawn, I was Stag. And he'll start playing a little tune on his pan flute, and you see these globes of light pop up around us and are traveling with us, giving us some light as we travel.
Matt, you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Hey.
I may, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here for.
Okay,
I get this late.
you blew everyone, and then
Again?
you just met Chris's new character, and you guys see
Okay,
and as they were trying to as Chris's character was trying to convince everyone that he's not an enemy, he did so, and you rolled a perception check, which is crazy, a plus fucking 7, and you saw a well.
Are we in daytime? Did you roll a disadvantage? But that's good. Oh no,
No,
we're in the Underdark. Never mind, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I in? What else did I miss?
You're in. That's it. Just the recap.
Oh, okay.
But they'll catch you up later.
All good. Go for it. Sorry to interrupt.
So there's a well. Give me a perception check. So Ignis told everyone about this. Everyone just give me a perception check now. I'll describe it to you.
$19.
13.
This well has just like a normal looking well. It has 4 ropes. As you get closer, you notice that the 4 ropes are stuck in the ground next to the well, and the ropes are leading into the well. You do not see that there is a ladder or anything. You do see a bucket in the middle of the well being held and tied to the side, just as you see in this image. And the rope and the bucket are tied to it. That's what you see so far. You're also in a little bit of a clearing in the mushroom forest. There's a little bit of an opening. You do see that the ground is a little bit worn out around the well, as if but you can't really. Matt, give me a perception check and tell me what creatures you.
No, I rolled a 9 when you asked before.
You would know.
I know, like I'm good in like forests and deserts. So any of those creatures, and then specifically dragons and elementals are my two like specialties.
Okay. You would have the ability just through your just ranger self know that there's a variety of different footprints around this. It's not just the footprints that you saw on the ground in that huge trade area that you guys just came from, and all the shops, but you would also see and notice that there's other bizarre looking footprints as well. Maybe Mishram people, maybe maybe something, maybe different. Nothing huge, but there are definitely footprints that you don't recognize from
Okay,
a
okay.
couple.
Well, obviously I relay all of that information.
Should we go down the well?
I mean,
Well,
see why not.
while we're deciding to go down the well, Seth is gonna go up to the group as we're talking. Hey, let me tell you a little story about another well. And he starts telling the story about how he got trapped in a well as a young kid, and it was a moment that made him feel so much better in his life and really propelled him to do great things. And it's gonna take him about 10 minutes, but it's gonna give us all 13 temporary HP.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Inspiring leader.
All right.
Wow.
I love it.
I like that. I like that. Just so I'm clear,
Oh, you
since I
should tell
missed
more
this, is
stories.
our magic back right now? Or no?
So Aaron's magic is back.
Nice.
I don't know if he
Oh,
So-
right. So while you were gone, these white mushrooms grew on Wilbur's body, and I went to go get them because I know you were collecting mushrooms.
True. I don't think I have red ones though.
Yeah, so when I touched it, it disintegrated into a powder, and then I felt my magic come back. So, and then I'm gonna hand you this vial of 3 mushrooms that I picked up that I collected for you with my mage hand after I got my magic back. And I'm like,
thank you.
if you touch them, they'll turn into that powder and immediately absorb into your skin. So only reach in there when you need it, but it'll restore your magic.
Okay. Okay. I'll hold off for now.
So you guys hear some, let me see, actually. Not yet, nothing happens. So what would you guys like to do? There's 4 ropes leading into the well. There's a bucket. None of you have gone up to the well. Don't want to go up to the well, or you can start hearing a little bit of the forest around you has quieted down.
I'm
Sort of
gonna-
like a calm before the storm. It's sort of everything is staying still.
I'm
But
gonna
there's no cloud here. There's no.
I'm gonna look at the group, and I'm gonna like nudge Ignis. Wait. Oh, Ignis is. I thought Ignis was his last character. Matt, what's your name?
No,
Matt?
I'm Ignis.
Oh, okay.
Matt's been alive for at least 4 sessions.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
Ignis has been around since.
All right, yeah, sorry, I'm starting to lose track because it has. So what are the?
Hey, okay. We might have a battle right now.
Calling it a comeback.
I'm gonna tap in or something like keep an eye on the fawn, and I'm gonna walk up to the well and I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself. And then I am going to grab onto the rope and just be like, all right, let me down gently. And then I'm gonna. Is it like are the ropes attached to winches, or are they just attached
The
to
ropes are sort of hooked into the ground, and it's like, they're wedged in, tied and hung.
Oh, okay, so I just shimmy down. They don't like lower me in.
Yeah, you can shimmy down.
Okay, so then I cast invisibility on myself, and then I lower myself down.
All right, so give me when you give me a perception check first. So as you decide to put yourself over, you say any first or last words to your friends.
I said to Ignis to keep an eye on the fawn.
Okay.
Stuff. I'm not a fawn later.
Give me
Oh right. Wait, what? Your name is.
Give me a perception check.
27.
The well seems really, really deep. But you do feel air sort of coming out from underneath it, which does indicate that there's some sort of
Passage.
breathable area down. So go ahead. Are you gonna try to go all the way down?
Yeah, I'm gonna carefully lower myself on this rope.
All right. So give me 3 athletic checks back to back.
Sure.
About 150 feet down. I'll give you 50 feet. So all right. So 17 passes, 8 passes. So all right. So you got a nat 20 though.
Yeah.
So on the nat 20, the bucket above you falls, and it falls past your body. You don't get hit by it, but you do hear a faint yell coming from the bucket, and you hear a bang. But that scares you. And
We got a rando.
50 feet. You fall 50 feet. We got a rando. And I'll kick the rando out in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, why'd you unpassword protected? For fun.
But the rando could be downloading all of my information.
Oh, that's a good point.
Why didn't you kick him out?
I'm going to. All right. He's got 200, 185, but he's got such a shitty connection though. Fuck him.
Gotcha.
You are going to take 2d8 bludgeoning damage. You can roll. Here, I'll roll. Which is a 2.
Wait, what am I getting hit by?
You fell.
Oh,
But you'll be rewarded though.
all right.
You get to take 6 bludgeoning damage.
6. Ooh. All right, let's do it.
Don't forget about your temp
They're
HP.
from Brazil.
I did. I used it I took it from the temp.
Fuck out. Banned. Boom. See you later, bitch. Who's this guy?
Ooh, A.B. Slavey? It's me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So you get to the bottom, you hit, and you hear a noise from the bucket. All right. Ignis, you're up. What do you want to do?
I guess I yell down for Aaron. You all right down there, man?
Smart.
I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm going to peer into this bucket. Remember, I'm invisible.
Yeah, hold on. Chris, what do you want to do? Oh, wait before the bucket. Chris, what do you want to do?
We don't hear any sound when Ignis yells something. I'm going to start setting one of my globes.
You guys see the bucket. You guys see the bucket snap and fall. 150 feet. Would you hear the noise? I guess you hear a faint noise.
Yeah, we'd hear a noise.
Yeah, well, you
would
definitely
be focused inside the well, watching it fall down.
Yeah. You
If we
guys
didn't hear
can't.
anything from Aranis, I'd send a ball down. It goes 20 feet every 6 seconds, I think.
Okay. So, Sprock, what are you doing?
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
I can do it 60 feet, so it'd be 60 feet down.
Your ball.
Yeah, my light ball.
Okay. You don't see, so it just lights up the well.
Okay, that's it. Whatever you're doing, Sprock.
what? I moved over here, right? Why am I upside down? So Aranis is down the well,
Yeah.
and what do you see?
Press F to flip your character.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout down. Well, I'm not gonna shout down. I'm gonna make a mental connection with Aranis.
How far away is the mental connection?
How deep is he?
150 feet.
Oh, that's too far.
So, but you know that.
I know that it's too far.
You can't make a connection to it.
That's true.
All right, Aaron.
Yo.
Does anyone want at the top want to do something? So, Chris, you dropped the light ball. It's lit up.
I would
the
just be
well.
continuing to send it down until I see the bottom or him.
The light is now 120 feet down. You can make out the bottom of it. You can.
So
150 feet though is what? Is about 15 stories high. So you could see character down there. You'd be able to see Aranis on the ground.
Well, Aranis is invisible.
I'm invisible.
Oh, he's invisible. Yeah, you'd
I
be
see
able
a
to see
bucket down
you
there.
could
I
see
don't
a
see
small
Aranis.
bucket.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. Hold on.
Shout down and ask him what he sees.
Hold on.
Well, I'll whisper
Initially-
over to Ignis and Sprock. Well, we don't see blood, so it should be okay.
The initial yelling, right, was before the ball of light, right? Do I not get another action? Because like I was looking in the bucket to see what was in the bucket that yelled.
Oh no! Now you get to do that. I just wanted to let the guys go first, and then
Oh,
so
okay.
you take your bludgeoning damage, and now you're on the ground.
All right. So I grit my teeth. I try not to make a sound, even though obviously my body hitting the ground probably made a sound. And I stealthily get up and then round to the other side of the cave, kind of of the well, kind of using the wall to guide me, and I peer into the bucket. And then as I'm peering into the bucket, this globe of light drops into the well, and so
Lights up.
it's
So
really faint because it's pretty far away still, but it's like giving me
a perception check.
dirty 20.
So I'll say that the ball. How far away does that ball of light emanate? 30 feet. 50 feet?
10
You're already-
10-foot dim light.
Okay, so Aaron, you this ball is going to come down and sort of light up the room a little bit. And with that, with your perception, you got a 20 anyway. You see that there is you're in a sort of a cave. The ground is somewhat moist, and there is there's a path leading out of this room. But you also see in the bucket. Are you peering into it? Yeah. You see in the bucket. There are these cut off lips. This mouthpiece. It's about like from a little under the nose going down to the chin, and it says, "Ah." It says, "Ah, Jesus." What a fall.
And it's just a mouth?
Yeah, it's just a mouthpiece, it's skin talking. And it's like, it says, Jesus, what a fall.
Okay.
Everyone has a plan. This wasn't my plan. This wasn't my plan at all. Everyone has a plan, that's right. Till we get punched in the mouth.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna shout. Hey, it's safe to come down. You should come down now. There's a mouth in a bucket. There's also a pathway.
That was good, Spencer. I like that. That was good. That was good. I'll turn to Ignis. Can you carry me? You look nice and strong.
I immediately tie my rope around the edge and climb down the well without saying.
Oh
anything.
wait, Matt, very important. You failed a crush roll. You are
God.
you are like a couple rolls away from developing a crush, but we'll talk
On
about this
who?
later. Does it matter at this point?
This is
On-
sexist.
on the
We've never
bard
had
in your
crush rolls
vicinity.
with
On
any of
obviously the
the male
bard, yeah.
characters.
Yeah, obviously the bard. No. If you were a male character or a elemental non-binary character, you'd still start developing a crush. But go ahead. You're gonna jump down.
I mean, I'm going to tie my rope. I have a grappling hook. I'm going to tie it around the edge and
Ooh,
just
nice. Use your
climb
own.
down.
Okay. Since you're doing it yourself, give me a survival check. Oh, go ahead.
I'll walk over, and as your hand's about to leave the lip, I'll be like, oh shit, what was the song? Hold on. I got a song for this. Oh, it was Situation by Yazoo. Start singing some of that as I gently touch your hand and give you guidance.
All right. What does that mean? I have advantage?
You get a D4 to a next ability check.
I try and pull my hand away, and I'm like, but then I feel it feels good, and I'm like, oh no. So I coyly still do it, but I'm a
following
little
as well.
disturbed. I'm like, oh no, that felt good.
All right.
That's it.
So you're gonna go
I got
in.
an 18.
Give me. You got a nature check. I mean,
Well, you can use it anytime in the next minute, and it's your choice to use it. It's a D4. that you
Okay,
can
then I
add.
don't want to
You
use it
might-
now because
you
the first
might not have
roll was
to.
an 18.
Okay, so you tied your shit correctly, and give me. So you're climbing down. I'll just pass that as the first athletics. Give me two more. Give me 2 more athletics because you got to do 3 to get down.
All right. Okay. Can I decide post roll or I have to decide pre roll?
What do you mean?
Before you know if it's a success or a fail.
Okay, so I don't know if it's a success or fail now, so I'm gonna re-roll one of these.
No,
Okay.
you just add a D4.
Oh, I just added
Re-roll
D4.
for that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
hold on, sorry. So I have one 18 and one.
What was that? Your first? What was the next one you rolled?
15 and 18.
You made it down.
Okay, all right, excellent. I'm down there now.
And then Sprock and Bard, Seth or Stag. I mean, what would you guys like to do? Going in?
Brock, what are you doing?
I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go in. You going in?
Hold on, let me just make something here. And you see Seth start playing his pan flute, and magically in front of him a set of climbing gear appears, and it's pulling off this faint sound all the time. So I now use my performance of creation, and I have a set of climbing gear.
Damn. Don't use all your spells just yet, but okay.
No,
So
it's not a
how long
spell.
is that?
That lasts
does it
for
last?
4 hours.
Nice. That's pretty good.
So I'm going to start putting on my climbing harness and hook it up to the rope, and then slowly
Push
shimmy
yourself down.
Yep, using the
Okay.
proper
Give me,
equipment.
with that, you can, your choice. You can do one advantage climbing athletics roll, or you can do a disadvantage disadvantage dexterity. No,
I
sorry,
will do-
one advantage dexterity, or one advantage athletics. Your choice.
Oh, like acrobatics.
Yeah. Either.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use acrobatics to rappel down with the harness.
Okay.
Before I do it, I'll touch myself in the forehead and be like, "You got this, Steph. You got this." Just like any other performance, cast guidance on myself, and I'll do the acrobatics. Pull it up. That's a 21 plus a D4. That's a 23.
The
Acrobatics
guys
to rappel down.
down below just see this guy just not arrogantly, but professionally,
Mhm.
just drop down. Hey, what is he? What kind of accent does he have?
I haven't created it yet,
All right, let's
but it
just
drops
say-
like an inch off the ground, and you just hear some music coming from the harness that he's wearing. G'day,
he's
mate.
like, yeah. Oh, slippery, sleek, drops down. Jake, you are now the only one out of this, not up above. You don't have to go in. You do, with your perception check of what?
Well, 23.
You do see a massive chunk of cave ceiling fall and collapse. There's little rocks dropping. It's almost like hail. There's larger chunks. There's a noise that sounds like almost like an avalanche with no. I guess it's just like a rock fall, like sliding rocks. The ground is shaking a little bit. And the mushrooms are also shaking. Some of them have fallen over and puffed out clouds in the distance. That's what you see.
That's happening
I'll
up
yell
above.
back.
It's happening up
Above.
top.
I'll yell up, "Sprock, what's taking so long?"
All right. I'm gonna turn into a bird
Damn, nice.
and I'll fly down the
My-
wall.
My rope is still there. I yell out, "Climb down the rope! You guys are being crazy."
I use
No.
the rope.
Fuck that. I'm a bird now.
Birdman. Okay. All right. You guys
And
go
I'm
down
flying
below.
down the hole.
Save this. Save object. Group 6, I think. All right, you guys go into the. I don't have a map set up for this just yet, but you guys are in the bottom of the well. You hear Aranis. You see Aranis talking to something, sort of holding a bucket. The bird comes down. The bird
A hawk.
hawk comes down. I guess lands wherever. Looks around, lands on the burnt out torch holder on the side of this cave. You guys, with your perceptions, can see that there's air flowing towards, actually from the cave entry, or the room entrance or exit. This lipped thing in the bucket. You hear him say, he says, who's holding me? Who's that?
What do you have here, Aranis? Who's your new friend?
I'm gonna like,
You gonna kill him too?
this is a mouth with a plan.
Huh.
But yeah, and then I'm gonna just ask the mountain, like, can you hear me?
Yeah, if I can hear you. Of course I can hear you. Everyone can hear you.
I'm like, all right, well, who are you? What happened to you?
Hold on, I got the perfect thing for this. I'll take out my pipe. This will show us who this mouth really is. And this is for you, Spencer. It's a pipe of remembrance. I'll light it up, and the smoke creates forms and moving shapes to reenact the bearer's most impressive and heroic achievements for 5 minutes.
Wow. Okay. So is this a cast on the guy?
No, it's on the pipe. So I hold the pipe up to the mouth. Say, here, take a little puff on this, and tell us your story.
He says, what's that? What kind of smoke is that? He says, I'm a dreamer. I have to dream, and I reach for the stars. And if I miss the star, then I grab the clouds. And he takes a big puff of that. It takes a big puff. And you see in front of you, you see a orange drow being executed, tortured for some sort of information. But one of the most impressive things that he didn't do was give any information up. And they cast spells on him, and they've cut off his lips, dismembered him, and then another portion of it was of this heroic act was you found he has maneuvered and gotten through a weird
You gotta do
maze
this in the Mike Tyson voice.
Yeah, he's like, so my name's Mike Trice Gilead, and I was tortured by the mushroom people. They put me down here. I got through this maze. I had to light up 3 fire torches to get through, and then I found these druid people sort of torturing these helpless little animals. Let me tell you something. I'm addicted to perfection, and perfection isn't torturing people.
Whoa.
That was deep. Well,
Deep as it gets here.
where's the rest of your body?
I don't know where it's at, but let me tell you something. Real freedom is having nothing. I'm most free right now than I've ever have been.
Okay, bucket mouth. Well, I guess we'll leave you here then, so you can stay free.
No, take me with you.
Put the bucket down. I'm like, oh, you want to come with us?
I got you, friend. And I'll cast Mage Hand and have the Mage Hand hold up the rope, holding up the bucket in the air.
As if you don't take him out of the bucket, you just have him hovering in the bucket. That's hilarious. Okay, so what was his name? Michael
Mike Trice or something?
Michael Trison, Gilead. Okay, so and he tells you about he says, take me with you. I'll tell you about this cave. This cave has been used as a drow trade shop. I've seen all types of creatures come down here. A lot of them young. They're trading somewhere. I've seen creatures come up with things. I've seen people go down shoot.
All right. Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna say, whose light is that? And I was like, Sprock, you don't make this light. You don't make lights like this. Is this yours, Seth?
Oh yeah, these are mine. I can't see down here without them.
All right.
It's
Well,
dark.
you wanna send it in front of us and
Sure, if that's what we need.
Oh,
I'll send one about.
you don't have dark vision?
I do
I
not
have
have
dark
dark vision.
Yes. All right.
I
Fantastic.
purposely chose not to get it. Challenge. So I have my
Okay.
dancing lights. I'll send one about 60 feet, and dancing light is a concentration spell. That's more for you, Spencer.
Nice.
I'll send in one about 60 feet in front of us, and then I'll have the three, one right in front of us, one right behind, one right in the center.
all
The
right.
air's flowing. Are you guys moving? You guys are walking already?
Yeah.
All right. So you're
So
heading towards.
Mikhail, Gilead, which direction do we need to go?
I would go straight. There's only one pathway through. That's all I know. That's how I did it.
I'm gonna be like, wait, you came through this way?
Yeah, go straight, Philly.
Wait, I have one question for you. How do you know where we are? You have no eyes.
It's part of the genius of the spell from the mainstream people. All I am is space, but they let me see, they let me hear, they let me think, but I can't die. Frustrating.
Oh, hopefully, we might be able to help you with that when you're no longer useful.
Aranis is very good at death.
He says, watch your step now. And there's a step. So you guys go through this little tunnel, and it opens up into a large room. This large room. Let's load it up. Give me who's walking first?
I think I would be in the front.
Yeah, you
then-
got the.
Ernest, give me a perception check.
That's not Steph and Michael Gilead in the bucket would be right in the middle.
Yeah, 19.
All right. So you see this. You come this big room, and Seth, there's fire here illuminating. Let's say who can run the. Let's see. The you come to this room. There's a bunch of bridges. These are bridges, little small. I think Indiana Jones looking bridges. Connecting these various platforms. And a couple platforms away, you see there's some fire burning at the end of these the platforms. Aranis, with your perception check, you can see. Let's see. These bridges are about 60 to 70 feet away from they're all about 60 or 70 feet away from each other. You can see in the distance there's another structure. So this is going to be 60, let's say 70. So then that's going to be another 60 times 3 plus like whatever. So you're like 200 feet away or something. You can see another structure off in the distance. You can also see that there's some sort of statuesque thing in the floating platform, if you will, 2 platforms away from you. So you have a platform in front. There's 3, and then each one of those platforms connects to 3 more platforms, and there's fire lit on those platforms. You also see with that check that the ground is in utter darkness. You don't see anything on the ground. You don't know how deep it is. You don't know how far down it is. But you do have that smell, that mushroomy smell, in the room. And that's very similar to the mushrooms, up top.
Okay. Well, it makes sense to move forward, but feels like a trap. I'm gonna look over to everyone. We're like, does anyone
Let me
have
let
any
me do
suggestions?
one thing. Let me do one thing. I'll send one light to each of these 3 closest platforms and keep one back with us. And see if anything like pops out when the light gets to the platform.
A light?
Oh, actually, no, I can't do that. So I would do each one because the lights have to be within 20 feet of each other. Yeah, so I'd send all 4 of my lights in the direction of that one, this platform.
What's the map scale right now?
So each one of these rows is about 70 feet.
70 feet. Oh, the whole row.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so I could barely get there.
It's
with
15,
80
so
feet
it's
of
15.
my lights.
It's 15 squares, so let's just say,
Like 5 feet, 5 feet a square.
there you go. Thanks, Jake. The mouth is gonna say, "Oh, this is the room. This is the room I was. Be careful on your steps. Keep your feet on the ground." He says, "This is where they took my poor Bow Wow, my
Oh,
companion,
wow.
my lover, my companion, my lover, my friend. I'd do anything for that little mutt. Careful now. Things are missing. Things are about."
Where is what direction is your friend, your lover? Let's get you there right away.
What direction are you standing in?
I would be.
I'd be standing here.
I would be over on this side first.
He's gonna say, "Across the way is gated off. Careful now."
What about this way over here?
He says, "Across the way. What do you not understand? Gotta get to the other side."
Do you know how to open the gate?
How far can you guys see?
I think like 120.
I could get the lights right to the edge of the center platform.
Oh, did you ask him how to open the gate?
Yeah, I asked the mouth. Yeah.
Said, yeah, simple. You gotta light up the torches.
Okay. So the 6 torches on the sides.
So the side that those are burning. Those are lit up.
And are there
So it's just the one over here?
There's a statue over there. I don't know how far you guys can see though. Can you see 100 and fucking?
All right.
No,
Um,
close to it, but no.
how far
I
is
can send my lights that far away, but there'd be
I don't
no
know
light
if
on
like
them.
that. I don't know if the distance would help. I think you have to get closer to it.
I'm gonna fly out there.
There you go.
trying to get a measure? 16 inches. Are we doing 1 to 1 or is it 5
5 feet, 5 feet a
feet.
square.
5 feet a square? Okay.
Who's flying?
Me.
Rock.
Okay. What's your movement?
60 feet.
So you're hovering there. Give me a perception check. I guess 60 feet is like how far away would that be?
You could dash and go another 60,
Yeah.
right?
You could use all your movement there.
Well, I'm just gonna use it to get to this platform.
Wait, but since we're flying, why don't you walk and see if any of these like fall? Create a path for us. Because you
What?
won't actually fall. Like I'm saying, if these are like a trap platform.
Yeah, well, I just flew over it.
No, I know, but not all of us can fly.
So you want me to walk as a bird? I can only walk 10 feet.
No, that's not very far.
Exactly.
Give me a perception check. Are you gonna do a dash? Or you're gonna hover around 60 feet, right where you are?
Well, I said I was gonna go to that platform. So that's
Um,
Like he can scout out and then maybe come back and be the little mine checker in front of us as we're going across.
perhaps I can fly around a little bit and take a look around here, and then I can like land.
That's fine. I'll just describe the whole room to you then, because if that's what you like, you're essentially doing what Aaron usually does, and I've prepared for that. So you guys, you fly around the room. You see that there's there are four burnt out torches on some sort of like a small little statue. You see that the statue is made up of one drow looking character, cloaked. So its head is just covering, or the hat, rather the hood is covering just its head, but you can see its mouth. Just simple drow looking statue. You do give me a perception check, Jake. Let's see if you can tell. You do see similar markings on the drow that you saw. You don't really remember who or where, but you do recognize the symbols from being from the market area. You saw there's a whole bunch of different people there. You recognize that is a symbol. It's also on the water. Do you have a water bottle? Did you get the water from?
Doom hand water bottle, yeah.
Yeah, so that symbol is on your Doom Hand water bottle. It has four torches on it. At the end of the room, there is a door that is locked, but you wouldn't know necessarily whether or not it's locked, but it's just closed. And you see that there's these rickety Indiana Jones-like bridges connecting the platforms. You cannot see down because there's darkness covering whatever's on the ground.
Okay. Well, I telepathically will share that information.
Like Raven, but better.
Exactly.
Speaking of Raven, I am going to.
I think we'll do, as you guys notice this, we'll try this. Maybe I'll do. You know what? You guys go. Go ahead, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna pop my good old friend Raven out over here. And I'm gonna send him fluttering onto this bridge. I'm gonna be like, land on that and be wary.
How much does Raven weigh? Same as a bird.
Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna find out.
I will put the bucket mouth down on the ground. I'll use my mage hand to help smack down on the ground with Raven. It can do 10 pounds of force.
It doesn't tell his weight. It just.
What is he? He's but does he even have a weight though? Is he a spirit? Is he a spirit?
No, he's like a creature. He's like a what's it called? Like a
familiar weight here. Let me just type it up. Raven familiar weight. So he's just he's a raven.
No, his name is Raven. He's an owl.
His name is Raven. He's an owl. So the owl weight. They weigh however much an owl weighs. which is what I should have just looked up to begin with.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was gonna say like I don't know.
They weigh 4 pounds. So he
Sure.
lands, what? Let's just say on one of the ropes, whatever.
No, he lands like on the middle of the bridge.
Middle of the bridge jiggles a little bit.
If you give me another one of my icons, I'll show you where
Oh
specifically.
shit, yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Right after he lands,
Okay.
I'll smack my mage hand down right next to him on the bridge. Get that 14-pound force.
Nice.
As usual, Red Raven.
Boom. Okay, so he'll use, right, we're doing, it's 5 feet every inch, right? So he'll go 6 inches. 6. Yeah, because his movement is 50. So
I think you can do double. Can you dash with him? though?
yeah, no, but I'm gonna have him land here at that nice 60-foot mark. Right?
Okay. So the bridge,
35, 40, 45, 50.
now do you know from his landing like how it is? Like, are you telepathic with him? Do you know what he feels? Could you, if you were to touch something and it was
I can
cold,
warg into him and see what he sees, feel what he feels. hear
feel what he feels? Okay. So you feel this bridge is rickety, clackety, old, and it sort of moves a little bit when this bird lands on it. And then when Chris comes over and drops the bucket and pushes down with his hand, you feel the ropes tighten on it, and it gets tight and then sort of settles down, sort of settling down towards in the middle of it, holding like it's holding some weight.
Okay.
Not a lot of weight, but you know, you get the idea that this thing, from just the feeling, general feeling and passive perceptions and stuff, you know, you're on it, I guess.
All right. Yeah.
That's not enough weight.
Seems good enough to me.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna yeah, go ahead.
I'll turn and start running down the bridge towards the center.
Which one?
The center one.
Center one?
The one by where Raven is.
Okay. When you get to about, so you guys can run. So how far can you run here? This is your double dash.
So yeah,
Dash.
I have 35 foot, so I can get 70 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
So you
can
can
get
get 5 feet. You can get 5 feet, 5 feet from the end. And then you'd have to, if there was, 5 feet from there. All right. So once you cross that middle gap, since you're running, you get a double dash.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone is going to roll me. How many of you are on this bridge?
Well,
Oh.
I'll see Aaron is next to me. I'll be like, I thought we are going one at a time.
Well, Aranis is
yeah.
so Aranis is Aranis's thing is on this. Aranis, did you double dash?
Yeah, so that was yeah, I came out. I was gonna say that I was gonna pop them back into the pocket dimension, but I figured since I did two,
All
I
right,
did
perfect.
dash that I couldn't.
All right, roll me a.
Bonus action.
All right, who's the second person on this?
I think Seth went first.
You were.
This is why we have initiative order. Everyone roll initiative. We'll find this out very shortly. We'll find this out very shortly.
I'm going to, when we see this, I'm going to cast guidance on myself for my initiative roll.
That's hilarious. 7.
I am chilling comfortably on the initial platform. Not going on.
Jake, what'd you get?
Ooh, ooh.
16. 1-6.
Okay. Aaron, what'd you get?
7.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh. What'd you get, Aaron?
7.
7.
Oh, I got fucking great. I got a 23.
wow. All right. So Chris, 23, and Matt, what'd you get?
17.
Okay. All right. So how do we do this? All right. So Chris, you run across, you pass this bird, and you feel crickety crackety. And Aaron, you follow suit, and let's do this. Roll me a d4. Roll me 1d4, Aaron.
Three.
The rope, the bridge snaps. You fall directly. You are going to fall directly as you step on it.
job.
And Chris, you're going to get a. You can use a reaction to try to jump. You're 5 feet. You're 5 feet away. I'll let you use a.
I will gladly try and jump and grab that.
Are you still? Yeah. I mean, you have climbing gear, but I don't know if you have it. It's on you though. So, but yeah. Go ahead. Use your use an athletics though.
An athletics roll.
Yeah, I would say actually jumping. Yeah, athletics. I think it has to be.
A 15.
Yeah, that passes. So you jump, barely grab onto the edge. Sprock's bird is standing there. He's too weak to the eagle to get you, and I'm sure he's like squawk, squawk, and you're hanging on there. The bridge collapses when Aaron steps on it. There's too much weight. I guess Aaron, your bird will sort of fall a little bit, but then spread its wings. But do you have to have concentration on that?
For my familiar?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Give me a sec.
No, you don't.
I don't think so.
All right, so you fall and you take what level are you guys at now?
I'm at 12. Yeah, 12.
It's the 3d6. So you take 5, 10, and 13 poison damage. As you fall about 20 feet, 30 feet, give or take. You feel that you hit this like wet, mossy, mushroomy feeling stuff. You're drenched and you stink. It's like that same intense smell of the forest, but it's super intense. It's in your nostrils, and you take 13 poison damage. You are right underneath this bridge. This bridge has collapsed. It is no longer with. The sides of it have fallen down. Give me a perception check.
Oof, 11.
All right. Use that for later. The bridge has collapsed. You take your damage. Chris, you ran across first. I'm going to say that was your turn. Matt, you're up.
All right, I'm seeing everyone sort of fall to pieces here. So I'm going to spend this next turn, move right to the edge here now that the bridge is gone. I'm going to sit with my legs dangling over the edge, and I'm going to light up a Marlboro, and I'm going to take my time while I see what everyone else is doing.
Ah,
And I'm just going to sit here for a second.
How many Marlboros do you have?
I'm marking it down. Don't worry.
13
Hold on.
now?
Let me check. I believe I'm down to 12 or 13. Hold on.
It's important.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm keeping track. Don't worry. 1 second. 1 second.
Beautiful thing.
Very important resource.
And it's very, very important.
I have 14 Marlboros left currently, so I'm marking myself down to 13 now.
Ooh, 13. Okay. So
I'm
Mount
just
is
gonna
choosing-
sit. I'm gonna chill.
Okay. Ash is falling on your. I'm assuming they're big busty tits. All right. So
Yeah,
Jake.
and I'm gonna yell out. You guys all right down there?
6 seconds will go by while Jake takes his turn while Aaron collects himself to respond. Jake, what are you doing? You are still in bird form.
I'm still in bird form. I'm going to, in bird form, fly over to this other platform over here and circle around it once and land basically on this fountain.
Okay. So you see on the sound, again, what I said before, the statue is a drow statue. It's in two hands. It has, in its two hands, it has 2 torches each that are unlit. There are burn marks on it. And it is definitely one of the drow symbols. Definitely like a legion from the drow. That's where.
Okay.
You do also see that the bridges are also similar to the bridge that just collapsed. Indiana Jones-esque. Aaron,
Right.
you land. Wait, Jake, you want to do anything else?
No, it's,
Okay, so Aaron, you land, you take your poison damage, you hit moss and fungus and sort of nothing bad. With your perception check of 11, I think, or whatever,
Yeah.
you see that the bridge has snapped and it kind of flops back, creating a not so scary but definitely a weak ladder that you could use to climb. A portion of it is lying on the moss and getting wet.
On what side?
And absorbing on the side that you, as soon as you stepped onto the ladder, as soon as you stepped onto the bridge, it broke. So you're right in front of.
Did it break? But I'm saying, like, is the length of the bridge that's hanging down? Is it on the?
It's
far
not. It would have snapped. It would snap in the middle, so equidistant. So you have a ladder on essentially.
On both
on each side. But you wouldn't be able to see over the mound of shit, and you realize that though it looks like though it looks and feels like that familiar darkness, it's just very, very thick, gross, poisonous mushroom fog. Yeah,
Okay.
you can see about 5-10 feet in front of you.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to. From here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get my way across.
You're gonna walk. You're gonna walk through dangerous. Okay.
I'm gonna because I can still see like where the I guess what this would be a column. I get right, like, or you said I can only see 10 feet in front of me.
No, so you can only see you're down in the fog. You're like 30
Right.
feet down. You're walking through, so you're gonna trudge through thick mushroom. You don't know what you're gonna run into. Poisonous. You do know that you just absorbed I think it was 13 poison damage, and you're just gonna trudge through 60, 70 feet of this mushroom.
Yeah.
You could do that. Okay. Give me you're gonna need a very nice roll on this. So how are you gonna be walking through this mushroom thing? Because what you know is these things like to shoot off spores and shit.
Right. So they're just like spurting out shit. So I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna kind of like take a lay of the land. I'm gonna. Can I roll to like see if I remember which way I was facing, like for forward or anything like that? Like, does that matter? Or
Wait to roll to see which way you're at.
so like I know that like the direction I'm walking in is the right direction.
Well, you have your bird. Your bird fell, but it's still
He's just
above.
flopping in front of me. Oh, okay, great. Yeah. So if Rob is there, so then yeah, I'm just going to I'm gonna look around, kind of see if I can parse out any kind of like route or pattern to the kind of smoke, and I want to kind of try to just get over there without kind of the way like someone moves through like the woods, not without trying to like leave a trace.
Give me a perception check and let me just describe it to you. What you see, how difficult this is going to be.
14.
All right, so the air is very thick. It's already full of spores. The mushrooms are very, very packed, but you using some sort of high level artistry, I've seen you do it in the past. It's possible, if you're daring, to make it through. It is, however, 70 feet away.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. I am
You
going
can do it.
I'm gonna crack my neck.
I didn't think it would be here and now. I didn't think
I-
this would
There's
be
my
Aranis's
cigarette
turn.
over the
I'm gonna
gap
use
for
my
good luck as he goes.
acrobatics to navigate this what I perceive to be a safe passage through to the other side, and I'm gonna walk 60 feet. I'm gonna go 60 feet because that's my dash speed.
Okay, so you're gonna run through it. So you're not.
So
But
I'm
you're
using
gonna try to.
acrobatics. I'm pulling the like got this.
This better be fucking high. Okay. Let me just tell you what you need to. Yeah, go ahead.
30. Give me
Let's
that.
roll- Let's roll for
That is
some.
high, to be fair.
Let's roll for some. What'd you roll though?
17.
Yeah, we're gonna have to roll for some damage. I'm sorry. No, yeah, you all right. So you describe. You jump through these mushrooms.
So I look up and I see how they're puffing, and I realize there's like a rhythm to how they're going, and I see where some aren't and some are, and I move and I just bounce through them as the puffs of smoke, as the smore of the smoke.
You get when you get halfway. When you get halfway, you're gonna take 5. Well, 1d6. You're gonna so you're gonna take 6 poison damage.
Oof.
And
one
you're
hits me
gonna
right in the
you're gonna do it again now with disadvantage.
mouth. Stealth, the acrobatics
Same thing, yeah.
with disadvantage. Okay, so that's a 15, and then a 25. Oh wait, but I'm proficient in this, so my first roll. Wait, hold on a sec. Where's that box thing?
You're proficient in acrobatics.
Yeah,
So you have
so
a plus.
all of
You have a
my
plus
rolls-
13 on that.
right. No, but all of my rolls below 9 and lower are 10.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is actually 23, and then this one's 25.
Okay, so you're gonna take an
Right?
additional.
That's how that works, right, Chris? The reliable
You're gonna
talent.
you're gonna take an additional since you're proficient and you got a higher above a 20. You're only gonna take an additional 2d6 poison damage. You're gonna take total of that turn will be 12 poison damage to trudge through, jump through as quickly as possible without hitting any of the special mushrooms, which you did. But you're inhaling crap. You take 12 poison damage. You're still down there, but with your perception check and your artistry and also your bird, you're able to see the other portion of the bridge.
Word.
Chris,
Yes. And
You're
you
chilling.
did that reliable talent perfectly. That's good. I jumped and I'm hanging on the edge.
Just gonna chill
Gonna
there.
I'm gonna kick my hose and try and climb up.
Okay.
Use half my movement to stand up and look around, see Erinna's running through the stuff behind me. And I'll blow my little pan flute. And give you a bardic inspiration. You see a little mote of
Nice.
red glow start to flutter around you, and you hear soft musical pan flute music.
What does it sound like?
Dun, 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 dun,
Uh,
dun, 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 dun.
that,
You gotta get a
exactly,
list
that's
of
what it
songs.
sounds
You
like.
gotta get a list of. You gotta get a list of songs. You got a list of songs. Yeah. Okay.
And I'll stand there and wait to try and help him up if he's climbing up.
Okay. Matt, you're up. Smoking that stogie.
All right, so I've watched all of this transpire, and I just, I take that nice last puff. You know the one I'm talking about, Spencer. The real good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
The
Like
real,
you're
the
like,
one that really makes it all worth it.
it's like, is it almost? It's almost filtered, but not quite.
Right, and you get a little filter, so it burns just a tiny little
Yeah,
bit,
and
and you're
you're like,
feeling
"That's
really good about
okay.
that. Yeah,
That's okay."
So I drop that down. I flick it at Aranis in the mud, and then I just sort of casually get to work. And what I'm gonna do? What surface am I standing on? What is it?
You're standing on essentially like almost like a cliff, 30 feet
Yeah,
down.
but like what material? What material is it?
Oh, it's just like a cave. It's like a stone.
Oh, okay,
stone and
sweet.
dirt.
So I'm gonna start taking out 2 arrows at a time, and I'm gonna build a triangle in the ground. Okay,
Okay.
you got me so far. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
take my excessive amount of rope that I always carry, and I'm gonna string it casually through all 3 of these in like a zigzag knot kind of thing, and I'm
Okay.
gonna tie it to myself. So I'm basically creating a counterweight so that as I cross anything I do, I'll just land at the rope. Like the rope will catch me and I'll be pulled back to this platform basically.
Platform.
then-
Oh, okay. So you'll swing back to the platform.
But yeah, like I'll be like hanging in the air, but I'm giving myself enough counterweight that I can climb up. I'm basically digging arrows in as my like bundles of arrows in as a weight. And I'll use a stack of 5 for each, and I keep track of my arrows. So give me a second.
Okay. So just so we're fully aware of where we are, you're
Mhm.
you're 30 feet up.
Mhm.
About 30 feet up, and there are bridges. That's it. So you're
Yeah.
tying ropes around you, and just in case, so you want to be able to swing back to where you were, right?
Correct.
So if you fall, you want to be able to swing back instead of being trapped in the middle. That's the idea.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, that's exactly the idea. And then I'm going to set out on one of these bridges to the left.
Are you gonna run, or are you just easy?
I'm
go?
I'm meandering as I'm a ranger. I'm going slow. Like I'm doing my thing, trying to be as cautious as I can, given that I've watched everyone collapse into the poison pit just moments ago.
All right. Give me I would say just go ahead and move. Take your movement.
All right, so that would probably be about there.
30 feet in.
Yeah, that's right.
Roll me
There.
one.
Oh, mine's in centimeters for some reason, but yeah, I think it's about there.
All right. Roll me a 1d. So roll me a 1d4.
2.
All right. So on 1, that thing was coming down. You hear some creaking and cracking, but since you're doing it gently and gingerly, you feel the weight of the bridge sort of going down about a couple feet in the middle.
But it's holding me.
Yeah. And you hear some crickety crackety, but it doesn't snap yet, or you can decide to move more if you'd like. You can do a dash, but this will require Another roll. It's up to you.
No, I don't want to do a dash. I feel like I've used my turn. I created my little ballast and moved half my movement, so.
Jake. You're a bird. You're the bird. You're like, I turn into a bird, and you're like the bird. You're muted.
I'm gonna send out some sort of telepathic message asking people if they have any way to start fire that I can swing by and grab and light some of these torches over here.
Telepathic message is not going to reach Ignis.
How far? Yeah, or I mean, if it
You
wasn't,
guys, so Jake and Aaron, you're over here essentially.
yeah, so I'm out of the range too, right?
These are you guys are 70 feet away. Just the bridges are they're all about 70 feet.
70.
So you're within 100 feet. Say.
Right.
Oh, okay. So I'd be like, yeah, I have flint and oil.
If it's within 120 feet of me, I can light it on fire. I gotta
Like
shoot some magic.
Oh, well then you should light these torches up, I think.
I can't see them. Let my globes follow you around. And I can
Okay.
try and see it and shoot it from back here.
Your globes.
How
Right.
far? How far
You're-
are they from me?
You
from
are
the edge of this bridge.
they're about 85 feet. No, 70, yeah, about 80 feet.
Okay, so I'll put my globes in a line so I can see it and some of the path. And if we're off of strict initiative, I'll cast a couple fire bolts
Yeah, you
from
can
my
see.
pan flute.
Chris, you'll be able to make out very you were to, let's just say if you were to shoot an arrow at it, you'd have disadvantage, but you can see it. 80 feet away is essentially, almost down the block.
I can shoot a firebolt at disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'll tell yell to Sprock, watch out.
You're gonna shoot a firebolt at Sprock.
Firebolt.
No, at the what he's pointing at as the
I'm
thing.
flying around. I'm flying around.
I don't know.
I shot a 13.
You
How's that?
miss. The fireball or firebolt?
Firebolt.
Oh, so it just goes straight.
Yeah, go straight
Oh,
towards
okay.
one target.
All right, you know what? Because
Hold on, let me just warm this thing up. And once I get going, I'll just fire them all off.
you missed. It goes right by one of the torches, but doesn't ignite.
I'll shoot another one.
And
So a little to the left. 15.
yeah, perfect. Okay, so you hit the torch on the left, and this big eruption of fire takes place, but nothing. Jake is able to tell you through. Jake, give me a perception check. You watch Chris's. I'm sorry. You watch Stag shoot a laser beam firebolt at one of the torches, and it just explodes, but the statue is intact, just a little darker. None of the torches have lit up.
Torch didn't light up.
No.
The torch isn't removable, is it?
Yeah, you can see them. You can see them jiggle.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
So I could like fly as a bird onto it and like jiggle one out.
Good try.
Well, I'm gonna try. How do I try?
What do? You go to the closest one that he just shot and jiggle.
Yeah, well, none of them are lit anymore, and there's 4 of them, right? Or 2 of them.
None of them were lit, but
Yeah.
he just tried to ignite it using fire that you couldn't.
And and it didn't really ignite it. It just kind of made a mark and then fizzled out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's how many torches?
There's 4.
4, right? 4 on each corner. So yeah, it doesn't matter. The one opposite. I'm gonna try and jiggle it out. Like with my 2 talons, I'm gonna land on it and then like jiggle it out.
All right, give me a strength check.
Strength check. Do I do that as the falcon?
Yes.
So that would be 5 minus 3. Is that right?
Yeah, I guess so. What'd you
Damn.
get? Yeah, not quite strong enough as a bird.
Not very strong as a bird. Dexterity, but not very strong as a bird. So wait, I roll a 20 and minus 3. Come on, high number. Oh, 16.
To pull one out.
Yeah.
All right. As you pull one out, you hear this this noise. I guess you hear this noise in the back. It says, "Oh, you guys have done it now." I put that back. I put that back if I were you. You hear this sound and a massive massive golem looking creature pops up. Have you guys come across a stone golem yet? Did we do that yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think we did a stone golem at any point. There was that one dragon thing, but it wasn't. Was it stone? It was stone. It was a statue, but then I think it became.
You know what we haven't found yet? Is the poop golem.
The one that's looking for you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was.
That's
Oh,
gonna-
man. What a these so
gonna-
long ago.
That's gonna require its own its own story, its own session to tell. All right. Jake.
We're the ones looking for him though.
You pull one of them out, and this stone golem appears. He's going to have an initiative of 14.
Right next to me.
Well, actually, yeah. He'll actually start. He'll actually. You'll see a hand. Actually, why don't you finish your turn then? So that was your. So you tried to wiggle one out. You got one free. And what were you going to try to do?
I was gonna fly over to one of these fires and light it up.
Okay. So the stone golem you see is up, and it's climbing up. And which one are you trying to go to?
I was gonna go to the one over here.
Where the furthest one, the closest one, I guess, on the left. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How far is your movement with the bird flying?
Do I get a bonus action? No, 60 feet.
Okay, so you're about in the middle. You're about in the middle there. Or maybe you're about 30. Let's just say you're 30. You're about 30 feet.
Yeah.
The stone golem is going to take his turn now, and he's going to, like a robot, start walking towards the closest person. I feel as if that's going to be Chris's character. And as soon as the stone golem hits the bridge, since Jake, you're responsible for this, why don't you roll me a d4? On a 1 or a 2, the bridge collapses. On a 3 or 4, stone golem and bridge are intact.
It was a 2.
Bridge collapses.
Bridge
Stone
collapse.
golem,
Yay.
stone golem falls. Stone golem will take 6, 8 poison damage. And he will be right there. So 1 bridge is down, and it's now Aaron's turn.
Woo. All right, so I'm gonna close that last 10 feet to the column, and I'm gonna look up and start climbing up, being real gentle like with these flimsy boards.
Give you half your movement to climb up.
Okay, so I have another 20 feet, so then that's 10, and then if I sprint, then I'll get another 15, so I get 25. You said it's 30, right?
What?
You said the height of the column is 30 feet.
Yeah.
You know what? When I get, I want to try to go 10 feet first.
Okay. Give me a athletics.
Oh God. A nat
You
one.
have your bardic. Oh
Oh,
no.
you know what? I'm gonna use my luck. I'm gonna use some luck. Jesus Christ. All right, 16. Jesus.
You
Okay.
have bardic
so
inspiration if you want it.
Oh, right, and I had the inspiration. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
that was still would have been a fail though. So you climb up your 10 feet.
And then I'm gonna use Misty Step to get to the top.
Okay. You're at the top.
And I guess I'm no longer invisible.
No, sir. There is a serious stone golem just walking around in the poison. But go ahead.
Right, because the bridge is broken, right? So the bridge is across. I see the bridge across from me is broken.
Yep.
I'm gonna pop Raven back into the pocket dimension, and that's my turn.
Chris.
You can take him off the map now.
Thanks,
I'll
man.
turn, see Aaron just be like, shit, I forgot the bucket. Damn it. I'm gonna look over at this bridge towards the other side. And seeing actually no, I didn't see what's her name do anything.
Ignis?
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull my bonus action to pull my lights over this bridge.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna 10 slowly start walking this direction. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Roll me a one.
Being careful.
Roll me a what? Are you a small or a medium size?
I am a medium creature, but I only weigh 125 pounds.
Roll me a 1d4.
A 1.
Okay. So bridge snaps. And you fall. And you take 8 poison damage as you hit the bottom mushrooms.
Okay.
Damn.
I have faith, though. I have faith in you guys. Matt, it's your turn. You saw all that shit happen.
Okay.
That far away.
I thought a lot should happen. I'm not loving what's going on here. So, but without moving, using my super stealth to stand perfectly still, I'm gonna take my trusty grappling hook out that I used before, and I'm gonna. What is this over here that's shooting fire?
That's just a fire pit.
It's just a pit. There's nothing to grab onto.
No, you can get it. There's a side to it. Give me a perception
Alright.
check. There's some rocks and shit over there. You can see. No, you don't need it. You don't need a perception check to see that.
I got a 26, so I feel like I would have seen it anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna fire. I'm gonna use my bow, and I'm gonna try and fire another rope this way. And that's my last rope, to be fair. And that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Um, give me. You gotta aim for this one.
I mean, it's like an attack, right?
Yeah, I guess you can. You can really. No.
I'm using my bow skill, so you tell me.
Yeah, I know. I would say it's probably gonna be a dexterity. Um,
That's fine. I'm
yeah.
gonna do a dex
You can,
save.
you can choose acrobats or dex.
All right, I guess I'll do a dex. Wow, that's a natural 20. So a
Okay.
29 overall.
So this thing
Nice.
lands. This thing lands. It clanks. It's secured. It's hard. And
Some full Indiana Jones shit, right? Like I just
Yeah.
like nail it.
yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna fasten that rope to myself also. So now I'm like in between these two platforms, basically, and I'm just gonna keep walking slowly. In between this one to my left and the sort of main one. And I'm gonna just trudge along very slowly, testing each step before I go. I don't want to fall into this dumb pit.
Okay. So give me. You can go and take your full movement, and you're going to give me
Alright, so-
advantage. Give me advantage on this. Oh, you have advantage on this next roll.
So full movement, I'd be basically at the end, right about there. And what am I rolling?
On D4.
1d4. Okay. So that is a
But
3.
you'll roll it twice.
2 3s.
Okay. The bridge is sturdy.
All right, that's my turn.
Your rope is snug. Jake, you're up. Fucking eagle bird.
I'm gonna continue flying to the fire,
Okay.
and I'm gonna light the torch on the fire,
Torch lights.
and I'm
Nice.
gonna get about a third of the way back.
Interesting. Okay.
The golem is in the pit, just to be clear, right?
Golem is going to roll a 15 with his perception, and he is going to turn around and start to climb the wall. Just want to make sure. Strength check here. And his strength is huge, so a 19 makes it. So he'll essentially just pulling himself up. It is Aaron's turn.
Woo. So I'm gonna kind of look off the edge of the side here and see if I can see Seth.
Stag.
Yeah.
Stag? Oh yeah.
Sorry, what was the question? I was looking up jump things.
That's one.
Yeah, give me perception.
Yeah, or is orbs of light with them.
Yeah, the lights would be up by the bridge.
Yeah, but it's so dark and thick down there, you can't really, you can
So
only see about 10 feet ahead of you.
I did roll a 1, but I'm proficient in perception, so my 1 becomes a 10.
You cannot see him, but you you know what, you can discern a little bit of the shadow. You can see the fog moving around him. So you kind of
You
know
see a
you
hole
know
where I fell in.
his general.
I'm gonna yell down. Be careful, there's a pattern to the movement. You can get out of it though.
Is there though? Is there though? Is it? Yeah. Careful now.
And so the golem is in this darkness over here, right?
The golem just climbed out and he's standing in front of the torch.
Yeah.
That was his turn.
Got it. Okay, cool. And that's 70 feet away. Okay, so damn. I guess I'm gonna go this way. And I'm going to very carefully make my way onto this bridge. So first I'm gonna like put my foot on it, put all my weight onto my foot, and see if it holds.
It holds. It feels like the other bridge. So no different.
All right. So then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna dash across, but I'm only 60, so I'm here.
Okay, so give me 1d4. Roll me a 1d4.
A 1.
Okay, the shit is gonna snap and break. Give me I will give you a bonus action. You can take a whatever you feel, dexterity, acrobatics, or you can do an athletics or an acrobatics to try to save it and jump and grab onto the ledge or piece of ladder that's in front of you.
Acrobatics. That's what I'm talking about, baby. 32.
All right, you grab on. It's just like who's over here? Just like Stag at the very first. Grab on one-handed and pull yourself up, and sort of act like nothing happened there, like nothing to see here.
Dust myself off a little bit.
Just ruin the bridge.
But yeah, that's me. That's my turn.
Chris, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna turn and say, said there's a pattern to it. I'm gonna touch myself on the head as an action, cast guidance on myself. Oh shit. No, I'm not, because my lights would go out. So I'm going to turn towards the closest ledge.
That's the furthest
There's a
one.
pattern. And then run towards it.
All right.
Trying to dodge and weave.
This would have to be a dexterity. It would be a dexterity save, a hard one. So go ahead and give it to me. You're only 30 feet away from the bridge, which is essentially a ladder.
A dex saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a 24.
Ooh, almost. So we'll have that damage. So you are going to take 4 poison damage. You jump, you run, you do your acrobatics, you try to listen to what Aaron said, and you nudge.
I use my leaps, my mirthful leaps.
and you're like, and you you get, so you were closer to the I feel like you, well, you were midway, so you choose whichever one you want.
I'll go back to this one because I moved. I was only 25 feet on the bridge,
Okay.
so I moved 10 feet before I got on it.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
So that was just my movement, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So for my action, I'm going to try and climb up about 10 feet on the ladder. That's my last movement, and try and pull out a dagger and cut off the last 10 feet of that ladder. Cut the
You're
ropes.
Cutting off the rest of the ladder.
Cutting off like the bottom 10 feet of the ladder.
Okay. Chef didn't
Yeah.
like that. Okay. So you're gonna climb the ladder and then cut it off?
Oh, I'm gonna, if there's like half the ladder's fallen.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
assume it's, like, bunched up a
Absorbing some of
little.
the shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Make it
so
an
I assume I'd like
actual.
cut off about 10 feet of it that's on the ground there.
Okay. All right. Matt, you're up. And you're muted too. Matt's guy.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was. I'm sorry.
I was about to have you go back.
No. I'm still all anchored in, so I'm just gonna go to this platform. And then from there, I'm no longer gonna use, now that I know my rope is super secure, I'm no longer gonna use the platform. I'm gonna like use my rope to pull myself across.
Okay.
I mean, like I'll stand on the platform, but like I don't want to, like, you know what I
Any
mean? I
weight
want to
on
take
it?
my weight off of it. Yeah.
Okay. So your rope is super tight to the platform, and you're going to use it as sort of a counter to try to not. So you'll have
I guess I
advantage.
need, wait, hold on. I need a torch first though. So I guess I got to keep going. All right. I'm going to take out, sorry, let me belay that order. I'm going to take out 5 more arrows. I'm going to plant them in this platform and I'm going to remove all my ropes. So I've basically created a triangle between the 3 that we're on if we need to access that other fire. And I'm going to start going across this future platform
Okay.
towards where Jake got one of the torches.
Okay.
So very slowly, same as before, just kind of step by step, and I can get out to like there.
This is going to be hilarious. Give me a perception check.
13.
You see the stone golem standing there, kind of looking at you.
That's all right.
All right. Jake, you're up.
So is the golem on top of the platform now?
Yeah. I'm done.
Kind of a little concerned about that guy. He doesn't move very quick, right?
No.
What's his movement like?
30 feet. But I don't think, just don't know. You've had worse.
I'm gonna fly with my lit torch to here.
To the bridge?
I mean, I'm not gonna land on the bridge. I'm over the bridge.
Okay.
But I'm like, somewhere around 60 feet away from the fountain, maybe like 55 feet away from the fountain.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see what the stone golem does after me.
All right. So are you closer to the golem than you're about the same? You're equidistant to Ignis?
Yeah, I think we're about the same.
Stone golem is not going to move. He's going to look at Sprock, the bird. He's going to look at Ignis, and he is not going to move. He doesn't know exactly where to move. Do you see him sort of going to trying to figure out which way to go? He's
Damn
dumb.
it. I thought about saying that. I was gonna make sure I was further away. Whatever.
Stucca.
Keep going.
Aranis, you're up.
All right. I'm going to. Oh, I'm trying to move this fucking Zoom. I am going to.
Hardest problem in D&D right now. Remembering to go back to tabletop and not try and do it on the Zoom.
Yeah, right. Well, I can't get on this bridge because I know that fucking Ignis is on it. So I'm gonna go, Ignis, careful on the other side. Don't let him step onto the bridge while you're on it. I won't either because it broke last time both of us two people got on it.
I think 3 of us are on it now, so we'll see.
I know an inspiration sniffer when I see one. Aaron, go ahead and give yourself a little juice there.
Yeah, I'll take one. But yeah, I guess I can't really fucking do anything. I mean, the stone golem is about 80 feet away, I guess. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can do something. I can see the stone golem.
You can see the stone golem.
I'm gonna shoot him with magic missile.
Okay.
Magic missile.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna cast magic missile. Oof, 2 damage. So a dart deals 1d4 1. Oh, and I get an additional 1 dart. So 4 darts hit him for 2 damage each. So 8 damage.
Okay. Sort of explodes a little bit. Still standing there, not trying to make up his mind, sort of.
Yeah, I mean that's my turn. I can't really do anything. His bridge is broken. This one's just going to fire.
Chris, you're up.
Hag sort of shimmies the bridge down and stands right in the center of that 10-foot by 10-foot section of bridge. And starts playing a little tune on his pan flute, and you hear and the bridge starts to float in the air. And I'm going to animate the bridge as a large construct that can hover and move 30 feet.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's really funny.
And so I'm gonna stand there and sort of like hold on with some little loose extra rope.
Would you like your own? Would you like your own bridge?
Yes. Yeah, yes, I would. And I'll fly up 30 feet and look around and be like, hey, what's going on? And my globes are gonna go one to each corner of the bridge.
Are you gonna stand on this bridge?
I'm standing on the bridge.
You're standing and you're hovering?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my lights are around the bridge. And that's my turn.
Fucking hilarious. What would you cast there?
It's my ability from my bard. It's called where is it? Animating performance.
I feel like that should have been done before. Okay, so you
I
never
wanted
know.
to save it.
You never know. All right, Matt, you're up.
That was the first time I fell.
It's true.
All right, so where is the golem?
Golem is standing equidistance between you and Jake. You guys are both on bridges leading towards the same location. That location has the golem and the torches, the unlit torches on them.
All right, I'm going. Give me 1 second. Okay, I guess I'll attack the golem too.
Pushback.
So I got an 18 and a 27. Do those both hit?
Well, which one was it? I'm sorry.
18 and 27.
Yeah, they both hit.
So 23 damage to the golem.
Okay. You see a little rocks fall off him. Nothing much. Just pebbles.
All right, I'm gonna retreat back to this platform.
Okay.
Like retracing my steps kind of thing. And that'll be my turn. I don't seem to have done much damage to the golem.
No.
Regroup.
All right, Jake, you're up. Golem is staring at you.
Golem is staring and. Boo. All right. What happened to Ignis is in this middle now? All right, I'm gonna fly around the backside and try and light one of the other torches while holding the lit torch.
Try and give him the reach around.
Yeah.
Drop me a torch. Drop me an unlit torch.
No, I'm not doing that much flying back and forth. There'll be another 4 turns until I get to you and get back.
Yeah, tell him.
Oh, I'm right next to you. I'm on the other side of the golem. I'm within your range.
No, he's at the other side. You're thinking Aranis. He's on the other
Oh
side.
shit.
You're with
Oh,
Aaron.
okay.
You're not with the golem.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Anyway, I'm going to try and use the lit torch that I'm holding to light one of the other unlit torches. Does it work, Spencer?
You know what, Jake? One of them lights up.
Oh, shit. Can I fly around the other side and light the other one?
Sure. Which
Shit,
side
can
are
I
you
do
trying
it?
to light up?
Can I do it with the third one?
How many are you trying to light up?
I want to light all of them up.
Okay, well, you can only light 2 up, and there's 4 in a row. So you have one that's lit. You can light another one and another one. One is now not lit.
Is that because I ran out of time or it just won't light?
You lit, it just won't
Okay,
light.
so
give
that's
me perception check.
$29.
Something about this flame seems odd. You have lit up 3 of the 4 torches. Each time you light it up, it feels a little less energy, a little less hot. You try to tap the 4th one, it doesn't have, it sparks, but it doesn't have that same life.
Okay, I put the one that I'm holding back in its place.
Okay.
And do I still have more I can do, or is that
You flew, you lit.
probably the end of my turn now? I'm on the back side of this thing where I just put the thing back.
You
And
flew,
3
you lit,
are lit, and 1 is not. But they're all back in their home.
and you are at the statue. So let's see.
Still airborne.
You flew, you lit, you suffer. Your boy here is going to come over and he's going to try to attack you. He has 2 attacks. They're both slams. I'm gonna say that they are at disadvantage because you are in the air. It's gonna take him a little bit of a jump to get there, but since it's a stone golem, yeah. So he's gonna have disadvantage on 2 attacks. So the first attack is gonna be a 15 plus that's 25, and this will be a 16. Does a 16 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, okay. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, pal. 3d8 plus 6 bludgeoning damage come to the bird.
Not gonna be a bird much longer.
1, 9, 16 plus 6. So 22 bludgeoning damage to the bird.
All right, well, that kills the bird, and I turn back into
That's
Sprock.
his- All right, Sprock. There's no disadvantage on this next attack. That's a 1 though. So a natural 1. He swings and he misses. He swings, he misses, he falls off. How's that? And he takes 4, 8 bludgeoning damage. So as you were he hits the shit out of the bird squawks at Sprock. He does some severe damage to the bird dies, but turns back into Sprock, the Mind Flayer Druid Drow, which is crazy. And it shocks him to the extent where he misses his next slam attack with a natty 1. He falls off. He takes some damage, which was 9 poison damage from falling off the cliff. He's still there. He just is prone at the moment because he slipped off. It's now Aaron's turn.
Woo. Okay. Well, Ignis, what are you doing back over here?
I was nervous that with the golem on the bridge, it would fall,
Oh,
but he's gone.
I'll be back.
We need to get these. We need to get these torches. Mage, hand me a torch, and I'll climb across on the rope bridge I made.
Okay. Tell you what, I'll have Robin carry my lantern. I
Yeah,
like
maybe if we light the torch on one of the actual flames, it'll be stronger.
Okay. Where are the torches? They're in the middle by the fountain.
They're they're where Jake is.
All right. So I'm gonna pop Robin out, and I'm gonna send Robin. I'm gonna like, hey, go over to Sprock and bring me back a torch. So can you make me another Robin?
Yes, sir.
Or he's an owl, but I'm popping him back out. So he's gonna go 60 this way. So he's right there. Well, double his movement. He'll have come over here, swooped, picked up this torch, and then come back like till about here. Is that cool? Can we do that? Speed this
That's
up a little.
fine.
All right, sweet. Or well, actually, he would scoop it and then go this way. So he's just hovering over here to the fire, closer to the fire.
Okay. So he took the torch and he's going over to the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Chris, you're up. You're floating on a bridge.
I am going to use my bonus action to command the bridge to dash 30 feet towards Mike Tyson.
Okay. You gotta get
And I think that's him. I'm going to yell out to everyone, "What's going on? What's going on?" And then the bridge is going to move its 30 feet over towards Mike Tyson.
bucket.
Mike Bucket Tyson. Yeah.
Are you gonna
And
say?
that's my turn.
Are you gonna say anything to him?
I'm coming for you, Mikhail.
He's gonna
Triton
say.
of Gilead.
He's gonna say. He's gonna say. I love to hit people. I love to. That's all he's gonna say. I'll save more for later. It's a really good quote. Okay, so Matt, you're up. I like this. Floating bridges, birds and shit.
I'm just gonna wait for Aranis to drop me a torch.
Okay. Stone Golem. Stone Golem is going to climb up. Easy pass on the strength check. Get up. That's his movement. And oh no, I'm sorry. Jake, it's your turn. Stone Golem's still down.
I'm gonna try and remove the other what's it called? The other torch that won't light.
No, Aaron took that with his bird.
Oh. All right. And I am going to move onto this path as quickly as I can.
You're gonna try to get to the across. So you'll do a double dash. You are a Sprock form. You could. Okay. All right. So you're going to sprint across. Give me roll me a 1d4. You got to do it twice, and if it passes both times, then you roll me an acrobatics to see if you can jump across.
3 and a 2.
That works. Now give me your acrobatics to see if.
8.
Well, you get the. I'm sorry, the bridge doesn't break, so you're. I'll let you get to the other side.
That's where I.
That's it. Your next turn, you'll perceive stuff as that. You jumped across. You sort of closed your eyes and ran as fast as you could. Your next turn, you'll open them and perceive everything. Stone Golem. Stone Golem is going to climb up. You are no longer the closest one. There, he is going to be looking over at Aranis's character. And he's going to slowly walk over to the bridge, and he's going to step on it. And let's see, a 3, bridge is intact. It is Aranis's turn.
I'm gonna ask Ignis, does your rope bridge need the actual bridge?
No, I mean it's nice for support, but it's sturdy.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk over to the bridge and cut it with my sword. Cut the rope with my sword. Not his rope bridge, but the footbridge that the
one the golem's on.
Yeah,
That's not even the one I have the bridge for, so don't even worry about it.
cool.
It snaps, and the golem's going to take 13 poison damage from that, or bludgeon damage rather. Okay.
And then so Robin is gonna swoop by fire. Torch is gonna light. And he's gonna fly back. I don't have squares over here, but I'm assuming this is the same 70 feet, right? So let's say what? This is probably like 50, and then we'll go back to like here with the lit torch.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I got.
Chris, you're up.
Cut the bridge and got the torch lit and on its way.
So this bridge is now gone.
I'm going to bonus action move my lights from my bridge over towards Mike Tyson, so I can see the
Okay.
bucket. And I'm gonna use an action to create a mage hand and pick up the bucket. And move it back to me on the bridge, and that's my turn. The bridge is gonna fly 30 feet back towards the center. On its turn, that's it. But I got Mike Tyson with me on a bucket.
He said, "Get me in there. I'll fight everything. I'm the strongest. I'm the most feared. You can't even imagine.
I'll throw you right in there, big boy.
Get me in there. Trust me. Get behind me. I'll kill him. I'll eat him. I'll eat the asshole." It's
I don't know if it has an asshole.
It's now it's now Matt's turn.
Okay, Aranis, you have this torch lit, right? Like it's lit and you're carrying it with your guy.
Aranis is carrying
Yes.
a torch with
Yes.
his
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna unhook my grappling hook from this one over here. This one, and try and shoot it. Same plan except around the fountain to recreate this bridge that fell.
Okay.
I forget what I did last time. Dex, right?
Yeah.
22.
So you're trying to throw the shoot the rope across.
I'm gonna shoot the rope. I mean, I'm like a bow guy, so I'm gonna shoot it, not throw it.
Make
but-
like a tight wire.
Yeah, same exact
Oh.
thing as I did before, except instead of from where I am behind me, where I am to the open path, so I can get to the.
All right. So you're
Fountain
essentially
area.
you're aiming. You're aiming at the statue type of thing, and
Yeah,
then
roughly. Yeah, it seems like
Well,
that would be
it-
a good idea.
high enough where it hooks in.
All right, then I'm gonna start Mission Impossibling my way across the rope.
Like you're on your with your legs crossed and your hands, you're just shimmying across.
Yeah, doing some Tom Cruise shit.
All right. Go ahead and give me a running across a tightrope. Not quite that, but give me a hard dex. A hard dex save.
13.
Okay. Your feet slide off, but you're just dangling there.
But I'm still going. That's okay.
Going. You just don't have your feet.
All right, so I'm like,
yeah,
here?
you're in the middle. Let's say you're in the middle. You made it halfway.
all right, that's fair.
And your feet give way. And the next round, you'll just do a strength check to pull yourself back up and continue. Jake, you're up.
Perception check. What in the hell is over here?
You look over here, you see a door. The door on it.
That was a natty 20.
All right. So you
32
see
32.
you see
I see everything.
yeah. You see everything, and you can also, with a natty 20, you can lock in to a mind in the other side of this door, using your telepathy if you want it. So you sync up to a mind.
Fuck yeah, I do.
You see that there's footprints in this room. You see that there are paw prints in this room. You see that the door has 4 flames lit up on it in detail. You see footprints similar to some of the footprints above at the well. You do not see those weird creature-like footprints, so you get the idea that perhaps those creatures were just investigating the well, and that the people whose footprints are down here are using this well or have access to this well for their own means, since they're not the same footprints. They are the same footprints, but they're not this. There's other footprints above the well that are not sing. So you see in the corners of the room, you see some clothing, some cloth with the Drow logos on them, and that's it.
Okay.
You are in it locked
What's the
in
mind?
with this
What's
creature.
the mind telling me?
Well, what do you say to her? You have to be the one. He's not going to be able to. Let's see.
I can't just read its mind.
No, really not.
Who are you on the other side of this door?
You hear he says he doesn't say anything well, actually you communicate with creatures, right?
Yeah.
He says, God, I'm thirsty and I'm hungry.
Okay. Okay.
My teeth itch. Wish I had something to chew.
All right. I don't want to open that door anymore. I'm done.
Okay. Stone Golem. Stone Golem is going to climb back up. Stand and wait. Aranis, you're up.
So I'm gonna kind of like look at Ignis, do this like tightrope act, and be like, I don't know if I can do that. I'm gonna shout over to. Can I see?
Yeah.
Okay,
You've got
so
dark vision, right? You can see that.
yeah. All right, cool. So I'm gonna shout over to Seth, or no, it's not Seth. Why do I keep saying Seth?
It is Seth.
It is Seth. Oh, okay.
Seth Ignis.
I'm just so bad with all of it. I'm sure. Can you bring that bridge over this way? And then I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make some sparks in the shape of a thumbs up and a thumbs down.
Okay.
And then Raven will take the torch, the lit torch over this way, keeping distance from the golem. Kind of just waiting for Ignis to get over there. And that's it. I'm not going to try to climb this rope, and I don't really have any other way to go. So,
all right, Matt, you're up.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep going. I don't really want to bother swinging my legs up. I'll just climb with my arms.
Okay, so then that's going to
Monkey bar
be
style.
that's going to be strength checks, or well, either strength or athletics.
All right, we'll do athletics. There I guess. Oof. All right, I'm using my inspiration that I have saved. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit. All right, 14. Right, that could be worse.
Okay. You make it.
All right. Now I'm over here and I just yell at Aranis, bring me that torch, baby. Oh no, you guys are already here. Hand me that torch.
Raven's there with the torch.
All right, so I take that lit torch, and now there's no unlit torches in the thing, right? I have the remaining unlit torch in my hand.
There's only one torch that's left that's unlit and it's in your hand. Or no,
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah,
essentially,
right. He lit all the other ones, and I now have a lit one.
yeah. Yes.
All right, I slot it back in. And I say, hold on to your hats.
I hold on to my flower
Mm.
crown.
You, Matt, by doing that, let's see, you're gonna learn a spell here.
Ooh.
Vibration takes place. The stone golem, as you slot that last one in, sort of breaks away and crumbles down to the ground. Your body, you're gonna take 12 psychic damage. But
Okay.
with that psychic damage, you are going to be given the ability to give me a one. Just roll me flip a coin. So one is going to be a bridge of sound, or two is going to be the bridge,
All right,
a bridge of
I'm
air.
rolling a d4, so 1, 2 versus 3, 4. All right, so a 2.
You, I don't know how this is going to work, but you're going to gain what's called the bridge of sound. Your next long rest, you can absorb it, sort of. So you're going to be in a little bit of a shock until then.
Okay.
But you are going to gain a spell, I guess, of some kind to create a bridge of sorts. Similar, I guess, to that of. Is that what you created, Chris? The bridge of sound?
No, he animated
No,
a bridge.
Yeah, I animated an object.
Okay, so you're going to have yourself a bridge of sound, which is
Cool.
essentially a 5 foot to 10 foot long floating bridge. It requires concentration. It's not necessarily. What are you exactly? You're
I'm a drow.
okay. We'll address that later on exactly what it is. But anyway, so Bridge of Sound, look that up. You can put that in. I'll try to send it to you. I'll send it to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, the doors unlock in front of Jake. But they have to be pushed open. Stone Golem is gone. Jake, it's your turn.
Yeah, I don't really want to push the doors up.
Do it. Use the wand.
Yeah, you got the wand, you can turn into a bird. And you're a freaking mind slayer. They're
Alright,
more
fine.
terrified of you than you are of them.
All right. All right. I push the door open and then I immediately go around this wall.
The door opens up. This is going to be great. And inside this little room, you see essentially this. A bulldog.
Okay.
And the bulldog is sniffing around the room. You can tell with your natural 20 and your psychic ability to communicate to it. It's been there for a while. With your passive perception, there are decayed small bones everywhere. The dog is sort of startled as you open up the door at first, and it barks and sort of crouches away.
Okay.
The dog has been, it looks like to you, not fed, malnourished. It's got some open wounds, and you already know it's thirsty. It is now, Jake, if you want to communicate, you can still go. You still have actions and shit. You
All
opened
right.
the door, you hid, you saw. I guess that might be here.
Knowing it's just a dog, and I see it, I'm gonna take my water canteen that I have, and I'm gonna find something to pour a little water into. Maybe a little sunken area in the tile or something, and see if the dog will lick it up.
She comes over and he tries to lick it up. He sniffs it. It's mushroomy, so he doesn't want to go towards it. But he sees you. He sees you pour it out though. He's like, you know.
Excited about that, right?
Matt. No, sorry. Aaron, is you're up. That's the end of your turn. Aaron, you're up.
Yeah, my bad. Fucking I'm gonna shout out like can everybody toss me a bridge or something? I'm gonna look at this rope and be like, I just watching this go across.
Someone tossed me a bridge.
Everybody got I'm gonna like look at the rope again and be like, fuck it. I guess I just watched them do it. So I'm gonna just start.
No, wait, I'm about to take it down. What are you doing?
Chris, did we skip your turn?
I think it did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, bring us the bridge, Chris. Bring us the
Go,
bridge.
Chris, go first. I'm sorry. Jake opened the door. Matt got across, whatever. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'll use my bonus action to move the bridge, and then my action to be playing some music on my concertina. And after my turn, I'll roll up on my bridge next to Aranis. And I'll say, turn up and singing, a whole new world, new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no or where to go. Reach out a hand and pull on the bridge. Or say we're only dreaming and start taking off towards the other side. That's my turn.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view.
Mike Tryson Gilead is going to say, I don't understand why people want to get rid of pigeons. They don't bother nobody.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, a random list of Mike Tyson quotes.
Mike Tyson quote.
All right, so Chris's turn, Matt's turn. Aranis, you're up. You're floating on.
So yeah, I'm on the bridge. I'm floating with.
I'll let you guys use both your.
Oh, nice. So yeah, we'll go over to meet up with the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
Unless Chris, you have anything you want to do with that bridge? It's your bridge, but I'll let you guys use it together if you want to catch up.
Well, I'll lean it in such a way so Aaron sort of falls into me and act like I'm gonna help catch him and hold him. So I got you. Sorry, it can be a little rough sometimes.
I'm gonna push her up like, all right. Then I'm gonna check my pockets.
I would have copped a feel. Some a little.
All right, you both get cool points for that interaction. Matt, you got a cool point interaction. You got a cool point for your rope thingamajig.
Cool. Thank you very
In
much.
fact, for every rope thingamajig you did, because you didn't want to use the bridge thing, I think that was 3, right? 1
I
was the
believe I did
triangle,
3.
2, 3. You have 3.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay. Jake, you'll get a cool point for trying to feed the dog. You guys are floating across. Are you guys going to pick up Ignis? Ignis, you going to get on that bad boy? Is there a way?
Yeah,
to do
I think it can only carry 2 of us. So
What?
you 2 will have to to fight it out to see who gets the ride with me.
That's all right. You can go with
Make
the
it
weirdo.
quick.
I'll
Make
I'll
it
make
quick.
another bridge.
Hold, please, and I'll come over here. Aaron, steer, hop off, and I'll be right back.
I'm like, it's like that old puzzle with a fox and a hen and a bag of corn or whatever.
Yeah, we'll ferry across one
Okay.
at a time.
All right, you guys get all across.
As I
Here's
come
the
back to
bridge.
pick up Ignis, I'll say, "A whole new world."
I'll yell from the other side, a fantastic point of view.
All right, stop trying to get cool points.
Still love the song. I can't help
I'm
it.
gonna put this zombie dog down. It's really just a fluffy bulldog, but it's so malnourished that this is sort of what it looks like. It's trying to lick up Sprock's water as you guys come over. You see Sprock sitting there, sort of trying to communicate with this dog.
Mhm.
In that cage, your passive perceptions, you can see that there's nothing. It's just a almost like a little closet, not even a cell. Yeah, no, it's a cell, and it has little bones in it, and it looks like, from what you can tell, how do I do a? It's a history. Would that be a history? If you were to try to remember something you saw.
Probably history, because that's how I needed to remember.
I would say I think history is right. Everyone give me a history.
Mm. 24.
You see
20. Nat 20.
you see symbols of the symbols from all over that market. You see little baby clothing, not baby, but smaller versions of the clothing, and you guys are putting together that whoever's stealing the kids, it seems like this is the area. You have small drow. You have with those logos, with the logos of the Drow Empire. You have small dwarven logos from Trigard. You have small gnome, smaller than normal gnome logos from what's the gum, Jake? What's your boy's gum? Trident. Trident, the no, I'm sorry, not Trident, the I think it was Striad. Yeah. Stristad, the crystal from where the crystal place is. You have Mishroom, decayed, decrepit, small Mishroom bodies. They don't have shirts, but they have rags on them. And you see that the ground is sort of, center of the room is a little bit weathered and maybe a little bit burnt right in the middle. And right next to the circular burn mark in the middle of the room, there's a small little burn mark. There's four little paw footprints that have been burned into the ground as well.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, are we gonna go into this room? I guess.
Yeah, let's go in the room.
The room doesn't have any exits, it's just a cell with kids in it. I mean, dead children from bodies from.
All right, so now we just have this dog.
Now you have this dog. Can the dog?
I'll go up and offer it some rations.
It devours your rations. It is so hungry. It sniffs at you.
I will give it all five of my rations.
likes that a lot. It starts breathing like a good boy. You hear the bucket. Where's the bucket guy? Who's carrying the bucket?
I am with the mage hand.
Oh
Or
my
I'm
God,
it's like I'm having the bridge walk behind me carrying the bucket.
that's my boy. What did they do to my boy? They've been using him like a slave. Oh, wait till
I'll
I
throw
get my hands on him.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna aim for the nose. I'm gonna punch that bone through the head. End quote, Mike Tyson. Go ahead, Chris.
No, that was perfect. So Mike, this is your dog?
Yeah, it's my
This is your
dog. Yeah, he's got teleportation powers. They must be using him to get from here to somewhere else. Ah, those bastards.
Oh, you want to give him a kiss?
Yeah, I do.
I'll take the bucket down and I'll roll Mike Tyson's face down onto the ground with the dog.
The dog is so hungry that I think he gets confused and eats Mike Tyson. He says, "Don't worry about me. Kill me. Take me with you. I'm with you all the way. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. One bite at a time, Poochie." And as he does that, the dog devours the rest of Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson passes away in peace.
This is
You are
not good.
free from this world. Go in
Wait,
peace,
Mike
Michael
Tyson was-
Tryson Gilead.
He was supposed to tell us how we could use this dog to teleport before he got eaten.
You can do that. You can communicate with dogs.
Yeah, so you're a druid, right?
All right, how do we communicate, dog? Or how do we teleport, dog?
Well, lucky for you, this dog and its stat block will be ready for next time. But he essentially is, and will carry with him, the stat block of the Marvel character known as Lockjaw.
Nice. I figured that's where
is-
you were going with it. The fucking Inhuman.
Yeah, so he has the ability to teleport. When he does, the person that's giving Lockjaw the command to teleport will roll and see how that teleportation goes. But he tells you in dog form that he's a slave to the
Mouth in the bucket.
I guess he'll say the people in the cloak, because he doesn't really know, essentially. No, not the mouth in the bucket. Mouth in the bucket was his owner. But he knows that he was putting his owner out of misery. So he has been using the people have been using, or the creatures or whatever have been using him to as a slave to teleport the kids back and forth. He's going to tell you that where you go is deeper down, but not further down, from what he can tell. Another dungeon-like layer where they take the children, and they can't really. No one has been able to find him because there's no evidence other than these children left for feeding, or no, left for to rotting.
All right.
Okay.
Lockjaw is going to be your group's companion. They're not Lockjaw, but you guys will create a name for him.
Cool.
But maybe you want to create a name for him when he acts. It's up to you.
That sounds good. Before we go, I'm gonna tap Seth, and I'll be like, thanks. And I'm gonna flick the green coin to him.
I'll catch it with my mage hand and say, "What's this?"
I'm like, I say morphin time, you say morphin time.
Okay. Okay, and I'll mage hand it into my bag. Gonna say something else. I forgot what it was.
Does the dog have to be? I guess I'll have to do my research on companions. Does the
Oh,
dog have to
and I was gonna say, and we don't want another voice taking control of our teleportation dog without our control, right? Don't need the Tyson around. Might backstab us.
Well, he seems pretty dead.
Yeah, he's good.
Hmm.
Oh,
We're
Tyson?
gonna, yeah. Who knows? We teleport somewhere and he just jumps away with Jeff.
Well, Tyson was eaten.
Yeah,
He might be digested though.
he poops out a whole Tyson. Gains a new ability.
Here's the thing. So we can do this next time, or we can roll for the teleportation now and develop whatever happens after that, based on that. Unless you guys want to go,
Roll for now.
unless you guys want to say fuck the kids and go back, you can do that too. That's how you guys can do whatever you want.
No, I think, fucking kids, but no, let's go forward. What's easiest for you? Is it easier for us to roll now so you know what we're doing, or what does it matter?
I gotta see how this doesn't really matter to me. I can just make some shit up right now. But I just want to use this teleportation mishap chart just in case it fucks up. We'll do that. I guess we can do that next time. That's fine.
All right.
Oh,
This is some funny shit in here. But I just need to know. So you have the group has a companion. Does the companion belong to? Is the companion going to be? And I guess I have to make that decision. Does he belong to the group, or does this? It's like you guys have a pet essentially.
Like, is he an
because-
NPC or is he an ally? Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah. I guess you'd have to. You know what? You're going to have to. It is a dog, and just like in the real world, if you were to befriend a dog, you'd have to
I
convince.
mean,
it to
obviously, we're gonna do everything in our power to befriend this dog.
yeah.
can I roll an initial animal handling check since I've fed it a bunch of food, including its former owner?
Yeah, I as a ranger give it all my